republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
What is wrong with this chair?
The wheels.
The wheels.
You good?
I'm good.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, sure.
Mr. Little.
Here.
Mrs. Helbig.
Here.
Mr. Tate.
Here.
Mr. Seibert.
Here.
Other Mr. Tate.
Yep.
Mr. Heaton.
Here.
And Mayor Cogley. Here. Okay. Bill, of course, is, he had surgery last week, so he is absent.
Okay, need a motion to approve last month's meeting minutes.
I'll make the motion.
I second. Approved. All right, all in favor?
Okay.
Opposed? Okay. How about the agenda? I'm gonna need a motion to approve the agenda and see if we have anything to add to the agenda.
The only thing I have potentially, I didn't realize it till now, but our fire extinguishers are out of date. Is it something I need to say now, or?
Yeah.
I just had that done fire off, I knew that. I could have brought him down here.
Okay, so we'll have to add that on to it, right? And make, just,
I'm sorry, Pat.
that's okay. How are we doing this, Kevin? Do we just say we are adding that to the agenda and then we approve it with the addition?
Approve the amended agenda.
Okay,
And I have one more, one
you have another one?
pricing for getting Brian a tablet with self-service.
That's old business.
I thought it was everything too.
No, that's old
Okay.
business because we talked about it. You're good.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, so the only change to the agenda is adding that the fire extinguishers are out of date. So, you'll have to say, can we have a motion to approve the agenda with the addition of the
Okay.
outdated fire
I need a
extinguishers?
motion to approve the agenda with the addition of the of the outdated fire extinguishers.
I make the motion.
Okay.
Jason, second.
Did you want me to bring up? No.
All in favor,
Oh.
I guess. Do I have to do that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Opposed?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
Sure.
Officer reports.
Okay, because I wasn't here last month and nobody read the financial reports, I'm going to read them from December and January and February.
Okay.
Okay, the end of the year for 2023. We spent a total in December of $14,431.61. We had deposits and interest in the amount of $14,598.92. We ended 2023 with $558,780.70. And in January, we spent from the general fund $50,396.73. We had the joint sewer users from the water and sewer fund for $27,639.52. That's a grand total of $78,036.25. The balance as of January 31st in the general fund, $518,066.50. Of course, the other accounts are on the back page. And the February report. We spent $22,815.06 from the general fund. We had deposits and interest in the amount of $33,270.07. We ended February with $526,607.43.
Perfect.
That's the financial report and the officer's report. Oh, it's a thick one.
It's a thick one.
Wow. Our poor chief was, oh my goodness,
I know, I picked it up
84.
and I was like, good.
84 calls in the month of February. So if there's any questions, chief is there. And that is the end of the financial reports and the officers' reports in total.
Now, do we need a motion for that since we need a motion to accept that?
Yeah, we need a motion to accept the officers' reports.
Okay.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Pat, would this be a good time to have our officer speak up, our chief? Or you just, when do we usually do that? If he has anything?
During citizens, I guess.
Okay. All right, so. Okay, we just okayed all that.
We did.
So, gonna go to the Fire Service Review Committee report. Kevin.
Okay, so as you know, last month, council unanimously approved the creation of a Fire Service Review Committee. So that committee, first task was to form that committee. And so we have Janet Helbig and Jeff Seibert, and Mr. President, you are the ex officio member as on all committees. So that is our council representation. And we have citizen representation. Janet is, by the way, a council co-chair. I'm a citizen co-chair. We have Bob Kime, Tracy Popovich, Jan John Stozapo, Janet George Pico, right? And Sue Wood for citizens representation. And now, when that motion was put on the table, it was requested that fire department have a seat at the table, right, to help us work through this fact finding of the fire service. So we have sent official invitation to the fire department by way of the secretary. Last week we mailed a letter and have not heard back yet. So we are waiting for fire department to be on the committee if they choose. If they don't, the committee will continue its work, right, whether they're on board or not. But there is a standing invitation for them. So the other item that we wanted to do with the committee was make everything as transparent as possible. So on the borough website, there is a committee, right, that lists all the fact finding that we're doing. And we're looking at 4 major areas. One is local government, the fire prevention and fire protection ordinance. We're looking at things like that, the funding for the fire service. We're looking at the fire service itself, which in this case is the West Mayfield Volunteer Fire Department. We're also looking at the fire service ecosystem. All those fire departments around us and those municipalities who are our mutual aid responders as well. That's very important. And we're also looking at citizens as well. Where do citizens factor into this broad issue of fire service, which is more than just the fire department? It's more than ladies auxiliary. It's more than all that stuff. This is a very broad issue that touches upon a lot of things. So if you go to the borough website and you look under the directory, you'll see the committee there for the fire service, and you'll see the work that we've been doing. And you will see on there sort of an explanation of why this committee was formed, the mandate, which is the motion, authority, reporting, and accountability. We're responsible to Bob, right, and council. And our mission, goals, and objectives are on there. And of course, our committee members are listed. And the timeline. And you'll see, and we want to be very transparent on this work. We have 6 months. We want to be done in 6 months. I want to go on vacation, right? So we're going to be done with it. And we're going to hand a report over to council, and that report will have our findings of fact and our recommendations. And then that ball is with the council at that point. But you will see all of this listed on the website, as well as an archive of a lot of material that we are gathering to help everybody, citizens, council, everybody involved, kind of just really understand this thing of fire protection and fire prevention here in the community. So we did meet last we want to meet, committee wants to meet a week before council so we can get on the same page. We will present a report. This is our first one to council through the duration of this. And starting next month, we're going to focus on citizens. And we're going to ask citizens to share your experiences, your thoughts, comments about the fire service, whatever that may be, right? We're not interested in debating, we're interested in listening. So these are listening sessions. So first up will be the citizens, and then a month after that will be devoted to our fire service ecosystem. We want to invite some of the fire services to come talk with us and share what works in their community, what doesn't work. We want to get a sense of that. The month after that will be devoted to the fire department itself. Come sit with us, share your thoughts, comments. And then after that, we may focus on something else. I think finances or something is the final month. And then we will put together the report. Hopefully we'll have enough by that point to put together a meaningful report. So if you look at the archive section, you see a lot of stuff from other communities across the Commonwealth. The number one issue when there's rancor in a fire service review, and this happens all over, is that citizens say, we didn't know anything what was going on. And council says, we did a report, and we didn't know anything about a report. Boom, it's a knockdown, drag out. Bellevue, if you've been keeping up with what happened in Bellevue recently. So we do not want that to happen. So at our meeting last Thursday, we all agreed. Transparency is important. Putting the facts out there is important. Out on the webpage, we're open for corrections and revisions throughout this whole process. We want this to be open and transparent. Okay, so you will see that when you go to the website and check that out. So this leaves me to two action items that I have here for council. I'm going to make a request. So we did request that the fire department join us on the committee. So that letter has been sent. I don't know if you got that, Chief.
Last night.
Okay. So we're asking if you respond by March 22nd. That'd be helpful. And the second item is we would like a copy of the ISO fire rating audit. Full, complete, unabridged copy of that audit by March 22nd. Is that possible?
I'll see what I can do.
Okay. We intend to get that one way or another. So,
Well, I don't care.
yeah. So that's important for our work. It's important for the citizens to see
I
that.
understand
because
that.
It affects fire insurance costs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Okay, that's the ISO.
ISO fire rating
Okay,
audit.
That's what we just went through
okay.
Yeah, so those are
last year.
those are the two action items that I have. Other than that, it's just informational. Okay? That's the end of the report.
Thank you, Kevin.
And I wasn't notified about this first meeting.
Because none of you responded to our invitation.
I didn't get an
I
invitation.
sent it to your secretary. I assume
Well,
that's how your organization
needs-
works. Your secretary passes on correspondence.
Well, it should come to the president.
I sent it to your
I
secretary.
mean, I wish you would send it to the president. That's all.
We have the invitation now. We'll wait to hear from you. Okay,
Okay.
all right.
Okay. Correspondence.
Okay. I have 2 letters of resignation to read this evening. One is from George Patterson. Dear Pat, I have come to a point in my career where I am looking to cut back on my evening meetings and hearings, and as a result, I must respectfully resign as the solicitor of the West Mayfield Borough Zoning Hearing Board. I have enjoyed my time as the board solicitor, and I wish the borough and the board good luck in the future. Should you need the names of other individuals who do this sort of work, please do not hesitate to contact me. Sincerely, George Patterson. The second one, dear members of council, please accept this as my formal letter of resignation as Borough Secretary, effective December 31st, 2024. It has been an honor and a pleasure to serve council and the citizens of West Mayfield for over 20 years. But it is now time for me to enjoy spending time with my family and traveling. I will be more than happy to assist in any way whomever you choose as my replacement. Sincerely, Patricia Lansbury.
We're gonna have to deny that.
Sorry. There's no argument on this.
Can we amend the agenda again?
Are you moving? Because I'm still gonna come to your house.
I am not answering my door. I am changing all my phone numbers.
Okay.
This is the notice of payment from our liquid fuels. We received on the 1st of March, $50,416.65 into our liquid fuel fund. COG is asking us to rejoin their institution. They've not been of much service to us in the past, but the dues for 1 year are $477.68. So just, it's something if you wanna talk about it, that's what the dues would be for a whole year. We get all of our commodities, our salt and everything from CoStars. It's always been cheaper than anything COG ever gave to us, so keep that in mind if you choose to discuss it. I also got a letter from the Humane Society, and they're talking about 4 choices from which municipalities can choose. 2 of the choices remain the same, are animal control agreement and key code agreement. The 2 new agreements involve our new a la carte agreement. The agreement is for municipalities interested in some animal control work when officers are available. So they are, there's a fee for them coming into the borough to do anything, so.
Is that something new, or has it always been that way?
Well, I don't know, this is the first time I've ever gotten a letter, so.
We didn't get a bill from Matilda Street then last year, right? So that must be new then. So is that like a yearly fee or the a la carte meaning when we
As
need
it
them?
happens, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to read, there's so much here. The municipality will be billed at a cost of $50 per day for any animals owned or strays needing to be quarantined at the shelter for the 10-day quarantine period. And if the animal must be euthanized and sent to the lab, it'll be $100 for a cat and $150 for a dog. So that, I guess if we have multiple animals that get picked up and get sent there, that's what we get charged for.
Never heard of that before.
Yeah, like what if they go to a resident? We have an animal problem there.
I can't
They're gonna
imagine they
charge
could charge the borough for that.
Yeah.
For a resident, that
People
happens.
could have like 100
This-
animals.
This is a municipality agreement. So this is something that they are,
Trying to do.
and they probably,
I mean, if that's the case, then we could legally say, we could put in an ordinance that says you can't have more than 2 dogs in your house. And that wouldn't be
Yeah.
fair, you know what I mean?
Nor enforceable.
Right, exactly, but how can they enforce us to euthanize 100 animals at $100 a piece? When they do have.
I guess this is if you find, it says if your municipality chooses the a la carte key code option, you are to pay the amount of $600 to the Beaver County Humane Society to have your key code activated. I guess that's if you're gonna take animals and drop them off there.
Say like feral cats.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna need to go into executive session and talk with the chief about this after the meeting.
Okay. And the other thing I have, and I don't think that it's I don't think it's pertinent to us. My name is Andy Gorel, and I am the chairperson of the Fell Township Board of Supervisors in Lackawanna County. I am writing to ask for your assistance with 2 cases our township is fighting. And they're fighting cases on abandoned mines. So I don't think it's pertinent to us at all. I don't think we have
I think we
any
have any mines here.
abandoned mines
think
in
there
our
is a-
area. So I just
Yeah,
thought
Wayne
I'd bring it
Township,
up
West-
just
or
in
Patterson.
case. Okay. Okay, that's it. I
Okay.
have nothing else.
Thank you, Pat.
You're
Need a motion to go to citizens if we have any.
I'll make the motion.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Citizens, as you came in, if anybody has anything?
Okay, we have Linda Burns first from High Street.
Ready? Linda Burns, 1010 High Street.
ready?
Okay, I haven't been here for a couple months, so I just kind of want to know if there's been any progress on speed bumps on High Street.
For one, I talked with Patty up there that runs the, she says, being you see this guy speeding all the time, all you have to do is take a picture of the plate and she will do.
It's not just one guy though, Bob. There's
Yeah.
more, but I don't know what guy it is now. There's just different cars now.
Okay, well, if there's somebody doing it all the time, you get a picture, give it to her, she'll take care of that.
I mean, there was one this morning. I was outside. All my lights are on, all my outside lights. I have dogs with flashing collars, and I saw the light flying down the road. I mean, I actually did yell him to slow down. Kept on going, but never slowed down. I mean, it's dark. You know, and I don't need to see this at 5:45 in the morning.
You know what, and it's not just there either. It
I
wasn't
know,
just.
it's
I mean, what are you
everywhere.
gonna do? You're gonna put speed bumps on every street in the borough?
And one of the things too, I noticed on our incident log here, there is a whole lot of stuff going on with High Street up there.
Yes, there is.
So the police have been up there.
I know, I counted it. There was 37 times I saw them up there.
Yeah.
I don't, what do you mean there's all kind of stuff going on up there?
That's what I mean, like.
Oh, yeah,
there's
and
a
I've
lot
seen
of-
them, and I'm very thankful and grateful
They're
that they
showing
are
up.
sitting there, yes.
People know that they're sitting there.
Yeah, they need to hide.
And
When
people.
the
people-
trees, leaves come out, you won't be
Yeah,
able
oh
to see
yeah,
them.
but here's the thing,
Yeah,
they know that they're there,
Mhm.
and they still continue to do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen it several times, and I was even told, I'm not out there when the bus comes anymore, but I was told that they come flying by when the kids are standing out there waiting on the bus.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I don't,
That's more of a concern because of the kids.
it
Oh,
is,
yeah.
but there's
People
also
to
kids
slow
on the
down.
street
I
too.
agree with her about the bumps up there.
I
'Cause
agree.
there's
You're
a
gonna-
lot
you're
of
gonna put 'em on
kids,
your street
there's
too,
a lot
right?
of kids up on
They
that.
wait, they
That's
stand and wait on
Park
the corner
Road.
of my
But there are
property.
apartments up there, there's a lot
Yeah,
of kids up
that's
there. I mean,
completely different.
it's different compared to where we live at now.
It is.
So where are you gonna put it?
It's the,
What?
Where would you want a
there's
speed
4
bump?
units up there.
It would have to start up
No,
by
houses are-
seriously, you need
Yeah.
two, because they fly all the way down. Not, I mean,
Where
they
would you
started
put
the project.
You put one at the top, and then where would you put the second one?
I put it at my driveway, I don't know.
You see what I'm saying? They're gonna, as soon as you get
Yeah,
over the
I do
speed
see
bump,
what
they're
you're
gonna,
saying.
they're gonna go like a bat out of hell till they get to the next
To
speed
the next
bump.
one.
Like maybe
So-
in front of Rouse.
That's around the bend.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Whatever her name is.
I mean, we could throw money at it and see what happens.
Or she can kick them out.
I'll happily put in some speed humps for you. What those last ones cost us? 10,000 a piece.
Yeah,
So
We're
we're
down
looking
there on
at
Rock
20,000
yeah.
for a maybe.
I mean, I'm just.
Can you try to get pictures and get them to Patty?
I know a lot of times when I'm out there, I don't have my phone because I'm paying more attention to my dogs,
Yeah.
that I don't have the phone on me. But I mean, I can try, like the one this morning, it was a newer vehicle, it was a dark vehicle, it was an SUV. But, I know some of the cars, I don't have the license plate. Now, if I can, maybe I can go up and drive around and take a picture of the license plate, because I know the car.
I know personally my biggest issue, the only thing hindering me from just running up there right now and throwing that up there is money.
I understand.
We're flat broke at the moment.
I understand.
I'm
So
trying to
am I.
find every way we can to save money.
I'm gonna line my rocks across the road. When they come flying down it, then maybe it'll hit them.
How many kids have gotten hit up there in the last 20 years?
None as far as I know, but I,
That's
None
that's
within the
that's
last- let me
something.
tell you
I mean,
what, I've
I'm
lived
not
there
trying
since.
to like push this off, and I'm not trying to not prevent that from
Right.
happening, but between the money and everything else, it's just like, what do I do? I mean, I don't have enough money to fix the roads that are bad now. I've got you'll hear later on tonight, we have got a list here of all of the bad roads in West Mayfield.
there was some potholes.
And it goes
fixed
and
up
goes
there.
and goes.
I know up there there was a pretty mean one up there by the village. Maybe they should have left it on.
I was gonna say, we could just go up and dig a few holes, that'd probably slow them down.
I'll tell you what, that one would slow you down, the one up further by the project.
Is it fixed?
But
Did it get fixed?
it did get fixed.
Yeah, that's it.
It got fixed. But speaking of speeding as well, not only is High Street, we got speeders, we got High Street Extension. That goes down the road, where everybody dumps their garbage. And it's not the people that live there. It's the big Amazon truck, FedEx truck. So if you ever Falls municipal dump truck with,
Where is that at?
it's right
Where
on the corner.
McNeely's live, like Dick
Yeah.
Peg.
Where they putting all the trash at?
All the way down at the bottom of the
It's
hill.
all the way at the end where Danny lives.
And there is a speed limit sign too. I'm not quite sure about coming up the hill, but they come flying up the hill. And that's closer to my house than High Street because my kitchen door is right there.
So it's speeding and people dumping garbage.
I think they're allowed. I don't want to say garbage.
You're talking about,
He's talking about Phil.
yeah, Phil. Yeah, he's allowed to put Phil out there.
Yeah, but they're the big dump trucks that are flying down it.
Well,
And flying back
That's
up
something
it.
when you see this, when you see the dump truck, get the name on the door. Call them.
Yeah, if it's
Beaver Falls
municipal
Municipal
authority, it could be them, it could be the gas company, they both dump up there.
Yeah, and there's other people that dump brush and grass and stuff like that.
I'm telling you, if you
dump
put a
those.
phone call into the water authority and said, "Hey, your drivers are speeding up and down my road," that will get solved
Okay.
immediately.
Okay.
They do
Oh.
not put up with that.
Okay.
One phone call, it's all it takes.
Now,
and
like I
them guys
said,
will
there
do it.
is a speed limit sign going down, but as soon as you turn to go down is where the speed limit sign, which is covered by the tree branches that Duquesne Light has not yet come to cut off
I
the
know,
power
they're
lines.
so slow.
So I don't know where that part is at either.
Okay.
And I've been asking about that since August maybe.
What do you guys want to do?
I don't know that we can do anything, other than,
We can look into speed humps again, but I mean, we'll get prices for them. But the problem is the money.
yeah.
Brian, you got any
I mean,
suggestions for?
You
speed
need
hump?
them, you need them there.
Are
You
we
need 'em
allowed to
on-
put
you
in
need
the
'em on
removable
Rock
speed
Avenue,
bumps?
you need
That's
them
what I
on,
was
little-
gonna say. Is there something
you
we
need them on all
plastic
these hills
I'm
around
I
here.
don't know.
That's what I was just gonna tell you, those are them ones you can just put
Yeah.
there.
And then we'll take them out during the winter time when
Yeah.
we have to
You're
plow.
gonna cause yourself more problems.
You know what? I don't care.
Jake, wouldn't there be, and maybe the chief can chime in on this, we put a speed bump up. I think places I've seen that, there's a sign there too saying speed bump, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we have to
And
do
so that's
that.
another added, that's not
Another
another
added
$10,000,
expense. Yeah.
but that would be a few more dollars on top of that, so you gotta remember that.
And the paint. 'Cause you
Yeah,
gotta
we have
paint
to
'em,
paint
too.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's going to be far less than the $10,000 to install that.
Oh, right,
You know
if
what I
you're
mean?
talking, what you just
If
talked
we're
to
looking
Kevin
for other
about.
solutions, that's going to be about our cheapest.
Yeah.
Can I weigh in?
Certainly.
So just like the situation there at Bowden and Rock, right? It took multiple things to make that a safer intersection. I suspect it'll take multiple things there too. And I don't think this is a police enforcement issue, right? Because when they're not there, people will go through there, right? It's not a stop sign issue. There was talk about putting a stop sign at the top of the hill there one of the meetings.
Couple meetings
I don't
ago,
think
yeah.
I don't think that's an issue either. And all the traffic calming studies say, yeah, those things really don't work. There are things like, if it's appropriate, a speed hump. If it's appropriate, narrowing the lanes. If it's appropriate, center lining, right?
Right.
So you actually narrow the lanes. That calms people down, right? As the saying is, it gets them to drive more slowly, more carefully. Putting a raised median with those little,
Those
those
yeah,
little-
plastic things. that
yeah,
stick up.
right? No one wants to hit those. So they will slow down, right? I mean, the studies are there, right?
Sure,
I think it'll take just a real concerted look at that and say, what would be the most appropriate thing here? Cost considered, right? So I would recommend a committee of citizens, right? I've been recommending that a long time. You guys get together with these guys.
I can't even get them to come to a council meeting, so I just tell them I'll go fight for us. I mean, I don't know.
That's what it's going to take.
When one of your kids get hit because mine knows to stay away from that road, you go in the back of the house if you want to go from house to house to house. But the other ones are out there, and I mean, I care.
But I think the key here is
Well,
traffic calming.
mentioned it at our meeting. High Street.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. So traffic calming, a combination of traffic calming things to some degree will make that better. I guarantee it'll make it better. The engineering studies say that those things improve the situation. The question is what actually goes in there?
We can't put in stop signs where there's no intersections, correct? I can't make people stop for no reason, can I?
No.
I didn't figure I could. I was gonna say, that'd be nice if we could just throw up 2 stop signs and make everybody stop. These guys could sit up there and anybody that decides they don't wanna stop at it, they catch a ticket.
I'm gonna go in the driveway the other way. But yeah, the High Street extension is just as bad, but like I said, it's nobody that lives there. It's the people going down to dump or, FedEx, the big dump trucks.
I'm gonna look into one of those signs too that displays their speed. That might be something to look into. You ever see those that says speed limit, your speed?
Yes.
And they put them on regular street signs now?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah, there's
haven't
one
seen
on Herman Road out there headed towards Fawn Bell. And every time I drive past it, I like pat myself on the back. I'm like, yeah, I'm not speeding.
They have it when you go into New Brighton.
And
Yeah.
Beaver Falls as well.
Yeah.
When you come into New Brighton.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe that's something we
Maybe
can
it's
look into.
cheaper.
Do you think we could use your power?
I don't know, Disney's probably gonna shut my power off, I don't know. Can we do solar or
No, I'm
something,
pretty sure
maybe?
they're solar.
Because I'll go with solar if you want.
All right, well, me and Brian will get up there and we'll see what we can figure out.
I'd appreciate it. I mean, anything at this point. If not, I'm gonna sell my house and move away. I don't know. I'm just getting tired of
License
it.
plates.
But one more question then on the tree branches. Lou, you mentioned Duquesne Light that you were on. I'm on the list, or they're on the list to come cut them down.
Yeah.
Okay. Does it take that long?
It took well over a year for me to get a street light fixed.
Wow.
So it's just.
Unreal. I'm gonna go cut the tree branch off the speed limit sign on High Street Extension.
I think we could probably do that, right? If it's blocking one of our signs, we can cut it down.
Yeah.
Brian, you wanna cut that? That'll get taken
Brian,
care
you
of.
know
Yeah, we
what I
just
mean?
can't do them on
That's
the
like right
wires.
across from, well, it's even before my kitchen door. It's like right across, there's a speed limit sign, 15. It's
that
buried
on
in the
the list?
trees of the branches.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who's next?
Mike Bathgate.
Hi, Mike.
I'm Mike Bathgate, and it's funny you bring up speed bumps,
Uh-oh.
because you just put one in front of my house.
What's Mike's address?
When you install a speed
Mike, what's
bump,
your address?
1101 Bowden
Thank
in
you.
Rock. All right. You need to find out where this water pickup sewer lines run, because you put the speed bump before the water, and the water is now going into my yard. It's streaming through the wall that supports Rock Avenue. So you're getting the wall washed out, and pretty soon you won't have Rock Avenue, because there won't be a wall there to support it.
Right.
And it comes right around my house, it's in my shed. And I mean, there's a couple ways you
We
can
need a
solve
catch
that.
basin there.
You didn't have to make the speed bump so wide. You could have left a little area so the water can go down to the drain, which is in front of my house.
They
My
required
driveway.
us to put it that size. That was all set up by the.
No, width-wise?
Yes, that is 100% on.
Okay,
the
then
state.
here's the other solution. On the other side of that speed bump where Chrissy lives, there's a water sewer. If they would put it at an angle, then it would catch the water runoff of 37th Street.
Yep.
And head it towards the sewer.
Okay.
I mean, you're gonna have a big problem.
Oh yeah.
I guarantee you won't be able to use the road. It'll wipe out that road. I guarantee you within a couple of years, that road will be gone.
Well, Brian, you know what he's talking about? we'll get up there, we'll take a look at it, and we'll move that catch basin. We knew it was gonna be something, so there's gotta be a problem
Oh,
sooner or
can
later.
you put
if we it
another
there.
catch basin?
Yes, yes.
Oh, well, but then that's more money. I've been taking care of that wall for 20-some years. Every time a rock gets down, I put a,
What's a
every
catch
time
basin
I
all
cut
that cost
grass and stuff, I keep filling up the holes behind the wall and dirt behind the wall, trying to keep that wall stable. And I even planted some bushes up there because they were bringing the big utility trucks and they were parking on that berm and the wall bows out.
Yeah.
And I said, oh man, somebody's gonna lose the truck, or, we're gonna lose this wall, so.
Would council be okay if we put in a catch basin up there if we deem necessary?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Do I need to make a motion for that?
Motion put it in there.
Yeah, I think you do.
I'll make I make a motion to put in a drain at the speed hump.
I'll second it.
You'll first it.
I'll first it.
My
Second.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Everybody agree?
Yay.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Okay, so Jake and Jason,
Opposed?
And Lou, whatever you need. Alright, Brian, we'll figure that out this week.
Who's next?
North Sus.
Nora.
37th Street,
Hello,
102.
Nora.
Hello, North Sus, 102 37th Street Extension.
Good girl.
I see where the tower people are now offering us $315,000. And we get $17,938 a year from them. If we accepted that offer, it would help our budget, number one. And to get that kind of money would take 17 and a half years if we just keep getting yearly $17,000.
Well, it's a 3% increase, isn't it, Pat?
yeah, we get a 3% increase every year, and the contract is actually not up until like 2069 because they've increased it by 5 years. So even if we take that 315,000, then we're not gonna get any more, and we're not gonna have that money coming in for the next 30-some years.
Another option is, could you take half of that money and buy a bond or something, or a CD where you can make money?
Well, you can invest it, sure.
Sure, it can be invested, but, if we take the money, then,
17 years from now, maybe that tower won't be there.
well, it's
In the contract.
It's in the contract.
Yeah,
It's in the contract. They can't remove it.
okay. I just figured I'd ask.
Yeah.
Thank you. Who's next?
Nobody, it's the end.
Okay.
Can I say something?
Stacy, your
Go
daughter.
ahead, Stacy.
Okay, Stacy Tate, 335 Brook Street. I was wondering, can we, have the fire department, maybe display certain events and things that are coming up in the borough on that nice billboard you guys have?
Yeah, we could do
That
that.
borough has, yeah.
Yeah, we really should, because all that ever says is fire department
We need volunteers.
That way we
volunteers
can-
needed. That's all that sign ever says. It never says anything that's going on in the borough.
Just a nice way
It
for
just doesn't,
members
it's
to.
just we spent a lot of money on that. I spent, $1,500 on it? Brian spent, what'd you spend on it?
$1,000.
He spent $1,000.
How much money did the fire department spend?
I don't
A
know.
lot.
I think you
A
split
lot.
it with me.
No, we didn't split. I
Yeah,
can't
it was
remember exactly how it
$3,000,
went.
and I paid for half of it. And
But
Brian
usually if
said,
somebody comes to us and asks if we can put something up, we do.
They would do the Jubilee. Ask for Jubilee.
Yeah, we put that up
but
because they asked.
can't you do other stuff? Cause every time
All
you
you do is
drive by,
ask.
all you see is firefighters needed urgently.
All
And
it
rental.
is just people coming up and asking, hey, can we have this put up there?
Well, I mean, use your imagination. Put up, this month's, fire safety month in October. Change your batteries in just anything you could come up with.
He's turning, huh?
If somebody does want something, who can I, or anybody?
Yeah, just,
Talk to?
Yeah.
Jake, put your arms down.
get a hold of Jamie.
Jamie, okay.
Yeah. I think Bob has.
So is Jamie
Right.
still the president?
Yeah, I turned it down, cause I don't have time. Everything going on. through the fire department, so I turned it over to Jamie. So
So we don't know who's
Jamie's
what.
gonna be the president now.
So
Well, he
James,
was the president, but I beat him out, and we ran together, but I just got too much going on with the other fire departments and everything we're gonna start doing. I don't have time to do that and be chief both, I don't have the time. So Jamie is he's staying on president.
okay,
So he does
We
the,
decided that last night.
he
so.
does puts the stuff up on the sign there?
Jason and, Bill.
Well, why don't we just go straight to them then?
You have to approve it.
or does this
Well,
have to be okayed through
It
something?
has to go through not it has to go through the fire department first, which usually I don't see no problem.
Okay, so
we'll
does it
bring
have-
up in our
That'd be
meeting.
good. I'd like to see something different up there once in a while.
Gotta ask, that's all.
Okay.
It will be.
That's good.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. That's it then? I'll need a motion to go back to regular business.
I'll make the motion.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Let's go to old business, streets, bridges, and lighting. Jake.
Okay, so under old business, we discussed getting a list of our paving projects done. And Bill so graciously went out and about and got a really nice list of the roads that really need repaired. As everyone knows, we are in fair/poor condition on our roads. Did everybody get one of these lists?
Yeah, I did.
The only one for the streets people.
Oh,
Yeah.
so,
I didn't get it.
okay, well, here, I was gonna say I'll give you mine, but I can't give you mine because I'm reading it
Here.
right now.
That's okay.
Well, just read it.
So we have a list. Obviously we've highlighted everything in red that were the worst roads so far, and I'll just mention the bad ones right now. So High Street between 1013 and 1015, then from High Street Extension to West 10th. That road's really bad. So that's obviously one of the top on our list. West 5th Avenue, north of 49th Street, 30%. Bill calls it alligator cracking, and that's just those crazy little cracks that the road gets. 49th to the Housing Authority, which is, there's a building at the very end of that road that's owned by the Housing Authority. Is very bumpy and really terrible condition.
Yeah.
And from 37, 35 to 30 or to 43rd Street, that's all bad. So basically, all of West 5th is going to need to be repaired or redone. Pine Street, same thing, just really bad cracking. That road hasn't seen any attention in many years. Between West 3rd and West 2nd, it's a short little street. Can't imagine that one's going to cost us a whole lot. West 3rd Ave, Pine to Walnut. Same thing, holes everywhere and that cracking popping up all over the place. West 2nd, this is Norris Street. That's basically a gravel road. So if we do that, I guess depending on what happens with that business down there, if they do decide to start a business down there, that might be something we do the whole road. If nobody plans on moving in there, well then at least Nora's got a new driveway.
I have a driveway on a new road.
We'll get a price on all of that stuff. If there's any money left over, we'll switch over to our poor condition roads, which we have listed for Matilda Street, Patterson Avenue, parts of Rock Avenue, the stuff that hasn't gotten taken care of, especially in front of the tunnel. That's starting to get bad again. All of Patterson Avenue, again, unfortunately, is tore up. And that's one of our newest roads.
Yeah, we keep dumping money down there. Patterson and, what is that, Bowden?
But the problem is it's one of the highest traffic roads in the borough.
So used, I mean, every time I'm at the park, it's traffic.
All day, every day.
I drive up Matilda every day, and I'm like this in my car. It's all them holes that the gas company and the water authority. I've done work in other boroughs, and they've made me tamp, then put concrete in, and then blacktop on top, which is what they should be doing, I think, because they're dumping it in. They let it go. They dump some gravel on it, let it go for a few months, and then they come back and throw some patches in. But every one of them patches eventually.
Well, we did Lennox really well.
But that does keep people from speeding.
And I think that's what Billy did. He had them carved out, laid in there.
Let me finish this off real quick. We've got Harbison Road, 37, so it's from 37th Street to Mayfield Alley. So
That's bad.
it's in really bad shape.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got Craig Street, 3611 to Harbison Road. The rest of the street's pretty fair. And then he also gave us a list of the widths of all the road. That's just gonna make our lives a lot easier whenever we go to turn in our bid. So we've got, I don't know if that's, let me see if I should put that under new or old.
Question, Jake.
Yes.
What happened to 43rd?
What
We were
happened?
supposed to do that this past year. We didn't get to it.
We ran out of money.
No,
Okay.
No? Oh,
It had
no,
to
you're
wait
right,
till
you're
it
right.
got-
I'm sorry, I thought of a different one.
Oh, okay.
43rd, there's a spring underneath of it.
Didn't we fix that?
that
We-
got fixed.
Ray Evans.
It's
come in
still
and
got
fixed
water
that.
coming out of it.
That
So-
road definitely needs done.
Brian and I are gonna have to try and figure out if we can put in another catch basin there to prevent the water from either crossing or getting underneath of it. It's better than it was, but it's still pretty
Yeah, we were
rough.
supposed to do that, and then West State's right here. We were supposed to get that road last year.
Right, I think I
we didn't
mentioned that
touch
on
it.
here.
No,
Oh, he's got that listed as a fair condition road.
what West State?
It needs
Well, the
redone,
problem
but-
is there's no holes in it, but the edges are gone.
Right.
Yeah,
That's like
We
mine,
started to put
West Ninth
edges on
too.
it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
There's no massive holes in your road.
No, it's
Yeah.
just the sides are
The
gone.
sides are gone.
I think what we need to do is, we need to get a lot of gravel and get them on the sides of them roads where they're,
We've done that for a long time, and
Just goes
it
away.
washes away.
It
It's
just
money
washes-
going down the drain.
Yeah, it's washing into my yard.
So we could.
Get a big loan and do them all.
That's what I was gonna bring up next. I don't know if we can do anything like that. I know there's lines of credit where you basically put up your money for their money. If we have money in our account, that'll open up a whole bunch of money to us. Maybe something to look into. You know, if we got a $500,000 line of credit and we paid 50, 60,000, what are we paying a year for roads? How much do we budget for roads?
Well, we budgeted, I think, 30,000 this year.
And then they pick up another, CoStar's, is it CoStar's that who picks up, who's Liquid
Liquid
Fuel?
fuel, there's 50,000.
50,000, so we're looking at 80,000.
Yeah,
and how many roads does that get you?
No, very much.
not very
That's what I
many,
figured.
It's
not
sections
very
of
many
road.
at all.
I don't,
Especially if you do it as a liquid fuel project, because you've got all kinds of hoops you have to jump through.
And engineers to pay.
Yeah,
Did you have to use prevailing wage to liquid fuel?
no,
You
you don't have to do
Okay.
that.
Okay,
Uh-uh.
that's good. I didn't know that.
but I don't know if that's something you guys want me to look into to see if maybe we could possibly get a whole bunch of roads done. And then here's just the way I'm looking at it. If we borrowed, say, 500,000, $500,000 is gonna do a lot of road.
Yeah, but that's, I mean, our whole bank account is,
We're not taking the money out.
no, but that's what I mean, do you wanna put up the whole bank account for that?
Well,
I'm just
I
trying to
don't
find a
see why
way
we
to
should
get
be
roads
putting out
done.
like $116 doing this small area, and then 116,000 to do that one, and so much to do that, and it all adds up.
Well, no, here's where I'm getting at with this, right? This is this is our major issue that people have not looked at for many years here. We repair little sections of roads every single year. Meanwhile, the other ones deteriorate. In 20, 30, 40 years from now, you think they're gonna be the same cost that they are today?
No.
Not a chance. Everything has skyrocketed. Our roads look the way that they do because of the situation that we're in now. There's no way around it. It's either we raise taxes by a lot, we take out a loan, or we continue to live the way that we do. And those are our only three options. That's all we can find. These roads are not gonna get any better anytime soon. The roads that are in poor condition that are on our maybe list are not gonna get touched this year. Most of them will not get touched. And next year, maybe we can get to those ones. But by that time, the ones that are in fair condition are gonna be in poor condition. It's just like a revolving door. My road was replaced 2 years ago. My road's falling apart, and it's not a traveled road. 2 years. My road's not gonna get touched for another 15, 20 years, if I'm lucky. So I don't know what to do. I don't know if there's somebody that I could be out there talking to. I don't know how other places are doing this. But we can't keep up doing what we're doing because we're putting the money into new stuff and we are not doing any maintenance whatsoever. We're putting in hot patch. We're filling holes. That's all we can do. I don't know what else to do. I'm trying to do the best I can for everybody that lives in this borough, but at the same time, I don't have the money to do it.
No, that's not your
I
fault.
suggested that before, not now. I suggested do all the roads and like another.
The only way that I'll do that though is if I can do that. If there's a way that I can actually look into that and do that.
If you took out the loan, the money that you set aside each year, would that make the yearly payment on the loan?
It would make the yearly payment on the loan. And that's what I was getting at. That's why I suggested that. It'll get us to that point. If we get, so if we do that, now some of the money that we get back in, we can use to maintain roads, not put in new roads. So now at the end of that 15 years, or say 10 years, if we paid this off in 10 years, you'd be looking at, what, $50,000 a year plus interest.
Can you use liquid fuel if you take out a loan? I don't.
You're not using liquid fuels,
Yeah.
you're taking out the loan.
Yeah, you're
payment.
taking out, okay, so it's not gonna affect liquid fuels at all, so.
No.
Okay.
So we could use liquid fuel money to pay for our.
No, that's what she's
No.
asking.
No, so they won't let us use that money
No,
for
we
that.
cannot
Pay a
use
loan.
So we could use that money for just the maintenance. We can use our money to pay the bill.
Joe, when,
yeah.
when
Yeah.
are we, any idea when we're supposed to square up with Aqua?
I would hope sometime this year, okay?
Okay,
I got one little thing to bring up about that under old business.
okay.
I'm hoping,
Because I mean, that would be some money that you'd be able to.
yeah,
But isn't that for sewers, so?
no, not all, some of it, and, I wasn't anticipating that being brought up, but I don't remember the numbers, but a certain portion is completely at your discretion, you can use it with.
It
what
could
you
go
want with
into
it.
the general fund.
Fund, right.
Right.
And there's another portion that is to be used for just sewer-related matters, and you gotta report to them, or inform them, I should say, inform.
Like lining pipes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to get to a point where we don't need to repair roads or fix roads all the time. We just maintain
And
roads.
see how much it would cost to do all the roads and see how much it would cost.
Well, and that's another thing. I've already talked to Lindy. I said, just jokingly, and I didn't have any of this idea from the get-go, but I said, would it be a lot cheaper if we just did all of these roads? And he jokingly laughed and said, well, yeah, because all of our equipment would be here.
Yep.
They're paying us to bring all of this equipment down to do a few little patches. They're paying us to move this equipment from Rock Avenue all the way to High Street and from here down to here because they're using big equipment. They're not just driving these rollers down the street. They're putting them back on big trucks, moving them to the next section, doing 50 feet of it, going to the next section. They're charging us for that. Now, if they do all of this Our price just went down
Can you
drastically.
get an
Yeah,
estimate,
I mean,
an estimate how much it's gonna cost and how much the loan and everything else will be?
I'm not gonna ask them anything until I have somebody that's, council that agrees that that's a possibility that we can look into. There's no point in wasting anyone's
You can always
time.
inquire about a loan, there's no,
Yeah,
right.
there's there's no prohibition against just asking. In fact, there may be ways, if you have somebody who's been knowledgeable in banking for a period of time, who's dealt with other municipalities.
Yes.
Okay, that might give you some ideas you're not even aware of. And, I used to remember, there used to be what they call the loan, tax anticipation note or something like that. Been so long, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm sitting here listening to what you're saying, obviously, and I'm thinking there may be some different methods. It's different what a borough can do than what you or I can do as individuals,
Right.
or you could do in your business. You know what I
Sure.
mean? It's all different because we're a municipality, and your interest rates are generally lower because they don't have to pay tax
Right.
on what they make off of you. So
I'll do some digging. I'll see what I can find out from that.
who's your general counsel? Are you Piglet?
First National,
Or First National?
yeah.
You can ask that.
I like the sound of it. See what we can do.
All I know is in the next 30 years, it's not gonna get any cheaper.
No, it's gonna get worse.
It just seems like we're getting less and less and less and less done every year.
That's true, because it's more expensive every year and there's less that gets done for the amount of money that we have to spend.
More or
Too
less.
bad they didn't have to
patching
stand
out.
behind the roads that they put in.
The problem is we're built on a spring.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're not doing complete roads now, we're just,
We're
might as well
patching.
say patching.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
And that's what we're
literally,
doing every
Yeah.
year.
we have not, I don't think
We're
we've
not
done it.
gaining. We're
And
not
the only
gaining
reason
one
my
thing.
whole road got done is because Team Fishel was up there digging it all up. And Columbia Gas said, we can't be doing that.
yeah.
I don't know what you can do.
So either you guys gotta get out there and start poking holes in your gas lines and claiming that they're old, or
Oh, yeah.
I gotta get a big line.
Another hole in the ground.
Just don't let it match.
Okay, so there's that. I will look into it. We do have a list, everything's good, and again, thank your dad, he did a phenomenal job with this.
Yeah, you did.
Now, is it just roads we're going to do, or is that in order?
Another thing I think you
I
should
think
look
it's
at
just
too
roads
is
you're
maybe
gonna
when
do.
it's
Just roads that you
pouring
wanna
down
do.
rain,
Not
go
necessarily in
look
order.
and see what drains aren't working.
Oh, we've,
Okay.
he does that pretty
Yeah,
regularly.
because if they're gonna pave a road and it's just gonna wash out, that's wasting money.
Can I put that under old business about employees? Or am I screwed? I can't forget about this employee that we don't have.
No.
You wanna do lights?
We had.
Let's go to the next one.
I'm gonna bring it up anyway, they can find me. Also,
He was looking for outside help for employees, so you could
good,
contact him.
I'll let you handle that.
No.
Is that on you?
Okay.
Yeah, you'll be the man for that.
I think I put it.
No. Email sales, if there's a double contact.
I know it.
Got the right time now, Paul?
Yep.
Thank you for on here.
Been here an hour.
Looks like 8.
Not sure.
7:04.
Oh, yeah, it's 7:04.
Well, you have this on there, so you can just talk about it.
And also say,
Jake, I did lights, so I 5 out.
didn't call it one of them.
The only one that didn't get fixed was on Harvison.
I got something for you.
Yeah, well, I'm waiting on them, once they're done, we'll take off again. We okay?
Yeah, he's gonna.
Okay.
Just.
So, next on my list, we've got weed killing and boom mowing. Brian has already started boom mowing, the mower's back together, it's running good. You got the light? We got a new light for it. So expect to see the boom mowing getting accomplished.
Oh, it looks great.
It's already started, but
Yeah,
expect to
it
see
looks-
more of
it
it
looks
throughout the
good.
borough.
It looks good, Brian.
No more complaints there. As far as the weed killing goes, we're gonna try, now that the stuff's getting knocked down, once it starts to grow, we're gonna start spraying.
Yeah.
We got a 250 gallon sprayer that was donated. Brian is going to have to purchase a pump. What were those pumps costing?
It was like $64.
$65, not even worth mentioning. We'll get that stuff flying here soon.
Yeah, you can use my tub, my container.
I got monthly progress report. So basically, this month he's just gone around patching for the most part and boom mowing. No new signs or anything like that got put up. You got anything else? It's just all mostly just patching work.
Crashing.
Maintenance at the garage, things like that. Stuff's looking good up here. Everything's fixed. I'm pretty sure.
The one thing we need to figure out, I don't know if you're gonna bring up, cutting some of this brush in some of these people's yards that's on the side of the road.
Yeah, we're gonna start really hammering these people about all this, the behind their fences. What we made those flyers. Did you guys see the flyers that we handed out? Down behind the fire department, down that alley. I don't know if it's maybe 2 or 3 houses along there. They won't clean up what's behind their fence. It's all goes out over the alley, and that means Brian's got to clean it up.
That's
So
because we used to do it all the time.
right,
We used to do it.
And
so
we're gonna put an end to that.
we should
Right.
do it.
we're gonna start.
you gotta
We're
talk to
gonna
them.
start going around and really
That's what
hammering
the
these
door
people
knockers
to clean
for.
up.
I'm just
The
saying,
whole yard.
if somebody would do that to mine all the time, I would, okay, you're doing it, so why should
Sure.
I? But don't, you know, you gotta be nice to the people,
So
talk to them.
all those
don't.
ones you cut on Harbison that are hanging, those are all somebody else's.
Yeah, that hill coming up on that bend.
Yeah, right around the bend.
Yeah, I cut half of that guy.
I know. I'll have to go and see who it
That's
belongs
kind of
to.
hard on them hills
man.
like that. You can't
Oh, it
expect.
does? It's his parcel?
Yeah.
I mean, how far do we go with that?
The
If
big-
it's like, just a couple trees growing out or bushes turning into trees behind their fence.
But we run the risk of damaging their fence when we're back there boom mowing.
Right.
That's what we're trying to avoid. It's unfortunate, but it's their property. If they have to get it cut down by a professional, I don't
Right.
care. It's just,
Yeah, we can't go on there.
I mean,
We
if
can't
you
pay
go
to
up
do
Harbison and
Yeah,
see
you
what
can't go
Brian
on their
did,
I've
property.
seen it.
Doesn't
No.
the city own
we're allowed
part
if that guy
Yeah.
would keep it up
part,
now,
a certain amount
It
off
would
the
never
road.
do that.
I think what, it's
Right.
5 feet?
Like-
Something like
Right,
that.
so
When
you
I
can,
went there
so the
before,
borough
he
technically
actually came up and
owns
asked me.
We have the right of
4 or
way.
5 feet
I said,
into
I'm
the
not sure
property
how
Well, we don't
line.
far I
own
can
it.
go
We
with
could
it.
go
We just gotta
Right.
watch, we don't
don't
go
own it,
over,
but
you know
we
what I
could go
mean,
in.
where if we
Right.
damage something,
Right.
we have to pay.
And that's
for
what
it.
they're trying to prevent right now.
Yeah.
But what they're gonna need to do, if they don't wanna go back there and weed whack it, they're gonna have to have it removed and spray it every year.
Okay.
It's just part of the deal. So yeah, that's gonna get taken care of.
Now, couldn't that be part of that? Remember, like we talked about, if the borough mows somebody's yard that they're not maintaining, that we can
Can lien it.
send them a bill?
Yeah, well, that's what we're gonna tell them. We're gonna give them a notice. We're gonna tell them you need to clean it up, and then if they don't, then we're just gonna let them know that it will be cut and you will be billed for it.
But you can't go on their property and do it.
If it's hanging out over our road, we
Well,
can.
yeah, we can like that, but we cannot go on
Right.
their property.
So, the only other
Is that what you're
thing,
getting at?
Yeah, so either you do that, or you take them to the magistrate and
Yeah.
say they're not, now it's $100 fee anyway,
Mhm.
so.
So you go to the magistrate first, or you just
No.
No, you give them notice first.
Yeah,
just give them a notice, and then
right.
if they don't take care of it, then we do it.
Give it, tell them, yeah, give them a time
Because the
limit.
magistrate might even say, the borough can take care of it, now you're gonna have to pay them. That's,
Yeah.
That house I was talking about,
it'll just,
it's
We're gonna start.
it's their property, but
She's gonna.
trees
We're
and
gonna
leaves
talk
are
about
hanging
that.
clear out everywhere.
so we've gotten some correspondence. Kevin has sent us, you know how Kevin sends out us, the comments section. Every single thing that Kevin has sent us, Brian has taken care of pretty much next day, so everybody's good on that. A lot of times you guys won't see if I do respond. Just know that I do respond to every single one of them. I just copy their email address and go right after them that way.
Yeah.
if I hit reply on that, will that reply to that person? Like from your email, if I just hit reply, will everybody see that I did reply?
No.
Unless you
No,
hit
so what
reply
I
all.
send you is all the data from the report.
Okay.
If you wanna hit reply, I'll get a message back.
Okay.
If you hit reply all of you guys will get that change.
So I'm doing it the correct way, just by copying their email address and
Right,
addressing
yeah.
them that way.
Yeah.
Perfect. So they're good. And then the last thing I have is the issue that I had with Co-Stars last month about them calling us and saying that they were going to basically drop us for whatever reason. I have no idea. I reached out to them, got reset up. I'm pretty sure everything is good with that. Still cannot figure out PA1 call. You're still getting stuff, I'm guessing?
I haven't.
He hasn't been, but
That's
they're
all.
still getting stuff to me, but I am unable to respond to them. I don't know what's going on with it. So
Who do you have down first?
Brian,
Brian,
and then myself.
then yourself.
But Brian, you don't get anything, do you? He hasn't received anything.
Really?
So what I've been doing is screenshotting everything and sending it to his phone, and then he goes and takes care of it. But I still have no way of responding. That is the biggest pain in the butt ever for
Yeah.
me. I mean, like, how am I supposed to let these people, excavators, know that we're doing this stuff? And I call them nonstop. It's pointless even trying to deal with them. They want you to do everything through the computer, and their computer system's a little messed up. Also, I might add that the IS 100-700 I attempted to complete. Hold on.
Everybody completed that?
Everybody except for me.
Oh, no, I didn't either.
Oh, no. Okay, so hold on here. Just so that everybody can see. Where's my screenshots?
Dave, read that side back up.
So I keep getting an error that says, "We are sorry, there's an error. The page cannot be found."
Yeah.
I've taken this test 4 times now. I've invested well over 2 hours into it.
Welcome to the IT world.
So I don't know what to do. I'm just let it be known that I've tried multiple times. It's still not working.
I seriously thought about coming over to your house and just doing it there.
You know, Jake, get back on that PA1 call.
Yes.
It should be Brian, you, and then have Bob. You should be.
There's no point because by the time it gets to me, it's handled. I don't need 3
If
people.
it doesn't though.
It will.
Well, it happened before.
It's never happened to
It's
me before.
always should have a third person.
It has never happened to me.
All right.
When they send me an email, I check my emails probably 50 times a day. If I see an email from them, Brian knows. And then if they send me another one 10 minutes later, who knows, Brian?
Well, that's how they told us.
In the middle of the night?
They said they wanted 3 people down.
Well,
that's why I said that.
I'm more reliable than 3 people.
Oh, you're good, bud.
Do you want to bring this up yet?
Yes. So,
Or do you want me to talk about
yeah, you can talk about it. We also asked about talking to Verizon and AT&T about getting Brian an iPad so that he can be mobile and do all this stuff. So we'll pass that over to Jason.
All right, for the AT&T system, you have to pay for the iPad. That's only for however long it is to pay that off. 50 gigs per month is your allowed data. That'll be $64.88 a month for payments.
Okay.
Verizon unlimited plan plus paying for the tablet till it's paid off is $84.72. That's unlimited data. So you can take as many pictures, you have your email set up through there, everything's through there.
Pat, what are we paying right now for phone and internet here?
But these will be
$214.
So with that iPad, we will be able to eliminate the phone and the internet here. Because he will be able to have mobile internet here.
Ow.
Is that gonna mess up anything that your dad has set up
for
with
emergency management.
emergency management? We have to have internet here.
But if we do, so Verizon offers that new combo pack where it's $20 a month for the internet.
So you can probably do that with
So
this.
you would do the 84 plus the Is that what we're paying? Stacy? Yeah, it's $20.
What about the cameras?
20.
Yeah, the
Cameras
cameras,
go through the internet.
That will go through this $20 internet. It's the same internet that I have at my house. It's literally just a box that we plug in. And it runs off of the 5G service that's in our area, and I would assume that tower out there might help us. It works great at my house. I don't have internet at my house. I use that $20 box, and I stream everything on TV, and we do not wait. You click, it goes. So that might be something else we could look into, but even still, you're looking at $80, $90, $100.
$150 a month, maybe total max with everything.
Right.
Once you add all their fees.
yeah, just make sure you don't screw anything up for emergency management and the cameras.
That's why we'll let you guys handle that. Talk to him. I mean, I'm telling you, that internet's fantastic. And I live in a hole. You guys know where I live. It's a black hole down there.
Yes, you do.
Our internet is sweet.
But that'll give him the ability to have the tablet on hand for whenever A1s come through, he can take pictures on spot.
Yeah.
You have it in the truck.
I'll get the complete price of everything.
Why is the emergency management here and not in the fire department? Wouldn't you?
Because that's part of the council, I think. It's not the fire department's own thing.
It's,
Put it in the office.
emergency management is for the borough.
Okay.
It's not for the fire
Because I
department.
figured if there was ever an emergency, you would be at the fire department. You
No, they
wouldn't be
contact
set up back here, would
Yeah,
you?
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
they're
set up
here,
back
they
here.
contact us,
They set
and
up
we work
for
for
you.
them. Whatever they want, then that's what we do.
It just seems weird because you got a big hall over there and you think if there was something,
It's just
okay,
initial
it's just a
meeting
small
place
area here, that's why I
your
was
command
wondering.
post, basically.
Yeah.
That's what all that is.
Who's the internet through right now through here?
Comcast.
Comcast.
Did you check Comcast for their pricing for,
You're paying an arm and leg through Comcast.
Oh, yeah.
You're paying an arm and leg through Comcast.
Yes, I do.
I mean, you already have something, sometimes they can bundle it, you know?
We're already bundled, that's just it, and I
Pay
mean,
$200 a month.
Yeah, if we
It's
can get
over
it down to
$200 a
just
month.
2 items.
just for, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, right now, we're gonna save, if we're at 214, this would be $104.72 without fees and
Yeah.
taxes, I'm assuming.
So it's 800.
We're already saving almost $100, which is $1,200 a year.
Oh, you have to get everything on paper. We all look at it.
He has it right there. The only thing we'd have to agree upon
It's
is,
that up, internet on
yeah, we
there.
need to decide on it right now, like, this has to
Well-
get.
Well, you need to find
do
out
that.
if that $20 is forever for infinity, or is it only like an
We don't have to do
introductory
that
rate?
now.
No, but I mean, I'm just saying.
Right.
'Cause-
Oh, well, no, mine's good for 5 years. I signed a 5-year contract with them.
Alright, so do you wanna put a motion out?
I want to put a motion to get Brian a tablet and just the tablet for now. Let's get him started with that. Do we have a borough cell phone still that we're paying?
No,
Okay, good, they were gone.
Okay, I'll make the motion. Or second it, whatever you want me to do.
I made the motion.
she
Okay.
made
Your
it.
second. Alright, all in favor?
Alright,
Alright,
Opposed?
Maybe.
did anybody second it?
Yeah, Janet did.
No, he made a motion. She
Jake
did.
made it, Janet
Jake
seconded.
made it,
I
Jan
gotcha.
seconded.
so we want to go with unlimited, right?
That's what that is, unlimited plan.
Yeah. Better to go that way.
Yes, it is.
Now you can pay off the device or you pay monthly for the device.
You guys having an easier time hearing this since the table's turned? Okay,
So
good.
that's yours.
Okay, so how do I go about getting this? Can I go up?
Go to the Verizon store. Or
Okay.
talk and tell me your phone.
Did you ask them about discounts for the borough?
No, that's without any discounts.
That's without any discounts. Okay, so we might even get a better deal.
Where's the Verizon at? They
Your
moved out of
best
the mall.
one is up, they have a place up by
There's
the
a
mall.
place right up,
Oh, that's right, that's
there's
right.
The wireless zone up in Chippewa.
Yeah.
That one is not official.
Yeah, but they're the ones that are allowed to offer better pricing.
The-
Verizon's,
so you
Their
think you
price
should
is
go to
right.
the mall?
Is it still in the mall? I thought I seen something else in
It's-
It's right outside the mall.
It's outside, they moved
Right
out of the mall.
outside.
Oh, okay, that's why.
I'll check both, but I will say that when I went to the one at the mall, they gave me a price. And then I came home, and I was like, you know what, we're gonna go for it. And I realized that there's a Verizon here. I went there, it was cheaper, because they're authorized resellers, but they're allowed to have promotions. That's why we got the 5-year promotion for our $20 internet, which was a no-brainer. We've saved a ton of money. We were paying $260 a month for our cable.
Yeah.
Now we don't need it.
That's what we're paying.
But the cool thing with this tablet is he can scan stuff and either email it or fax it. There's apps for this now. That's what we do
You
at
can
home.
take a picture of the project he's working on, here you go, here's
Yep.
this completed.
If he does it, Michelle does.
No, he'll figure it out. We'll have him just a couple. He's only going to get
No,
3
we'll send
apps.
him to computer class.
This app, this app, this app.
I'm with you, Brian.
Here's your camera, here's your email, here's your.
Yeah, we on.
Okay, good. So that's
Okay, you
taken
done?
care of. I'm done.
Okay, Lou, I think you're up next.
Alrighty, I handed Pat in a list of our calls, the times. I didn't put the dates down yet. I forgot to put the dates, not the dates, the addresses. So I'll get that to you, Pat.
Okay.
Now, this is gonna change.
Shouldn't
Because-
you read that though? Shouldn't you read that to them?
I can make a copy for everybody from now on, but that's gonna change a little bit. Because now we have 4 fire departments running constantly, all the time, for every call. We're all running together.
So
You're a
basically,
cluster now.
who's the other 3 departments?
Well, Patterson Township, Patterson Heights, White Township, and West Mayfield.
So every time they get a call,
If it's in their area, we're going there.
so
We
this is this calls from,
These
Just
are
when you
calls that
go,
that's calls we went on.
you've been to every
For-
one of these?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
calls for our area.
Do you want
But now,
copies?
Yeah, we
For-
probably
now, we're gonna be going
Mine's next.
to their calls too.
Sewers.
So we're
We'll wait
running
for
all
So
together.
are you clustered in together now?
Yeah, we're all 4, we're gonna run on all calls
So if
together.
Patterson
They
gets a
always
call,
have been.
right? But if Patterson gets a call,
They
they
always have been
respond,
with mutual
deem
aid.
that it's not an issue.
Yeah, I don't care.
You guys are not gonna take credit for that, right? You're not gonna put that on your call log that Patterson went and looked and there was no issue, so they went back.
Well, if they get shut down, but we're running no matter what.
The only thing we need reported on is when your truck leaves that fire department.
Yes.
And when it comes back.
No, it's gonna be on all the calls.
Well, that's fine.
Well, there's some calls that just be our squad though.
And that's fine.
And that's fine too.
Detailed reports are nice. It makes you guys look good. I'm not trying to discourage
No,
you from
no,
anything.
no.
Just when you go out on a call, these people took off, or these people showed up. This is the equipment that left. This is the stuff that came back, or this was the call, or
That's
whatever.
gonna be under new business.
Okay.
I'll bring that up under new business.
Cool beans.
So, but now, the way we worked it before, like down on a landing zone, you don't need that many people. The less people, the better.
Yeah.
But you have to have at least 5
Sure.
to 6. So I had 2 other chiefs down there, but not their people because we didn't need them.
Right.
You know, but from now on, I'm just having them all come in.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Sure.
So,
That just seems like a lot of wasted fuel if you don't need them and you're calling them all in.
if I get there first and it's our area, I'll stand them down.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's, and they'll do the same.
Right.
In their area, if they don't need us, then they'll go ahead and stand us down, we'll go back in service.
Well, thank you, sir.
But I want them running immediately, cause I can always stand them down.
Thank you.
Before we didn't do that.
So this doesn't even say where it is.
No, well, that's what I said, I gotta put the addresses down yet.
Okay.
It's the first time I ever did that, so. All the addresses will be down on there.
What's a lift assist?
That's the helicopter. Oh, lift is when ambulance comes in and they need people to help lift them up. So they'll call the fire department.
Yeah,
I'm
And
following
we'll
and I
go
can't
and
get
help
it
them
up.
lift them
yeah,
up.
I had to do that with Gary a few times.
Just like this, White Township CO call. How many departments comes out for a CO call?
If they don't answer, then they call us. We always go, say if Ray and them are well working on that, then we'll go. it happened that they weren't there, so West Mayfield covered it for them.
Okay,
That's all. But you, just a CO call, you're gonna need.
one person?
No, you
At
gotta
least two or
have more than
three.
that. You gotta have at least 3.
Okay,
So 2 you can do it with, but it's best to have 3.
Gotta have a backup in case something happens.
But like I say, this is all gonna change now. Matter of fact, we got a big meeting Saturday. And, we're filling all our paperwork out. I had to take it down to county. So when we have a call, county just don't go station 99. They'll go station 99, 44, 33, 90. That's how the calls are gonna come in. Now, if it's West Mayfield, naturally, we're gonna get there first. So if I see what the situation is, then I'll call county and say, have them stand down. Or if I only need a few people, I'll say, have this station and that station stand down, and the other one keep running
I
in.
feel a little more comfortable with that.
It's all like that.
Sounds cool.
Anytime you got a bunch of people coming, that's always a good thing.
You can always shut them down.
So,
So.
Good.
But that's it, Bob.
okay, thanks.
Mm.
Building, grounds, and equipment, Jake.
oh, that's me again.
Oh, the joy.
I only have 7 things. Calm
Oh,
down.
Jesus.
So the only thing I put on here was equipment updates. Our equipment's all in pretty tip-top shape right now. I don't think we need anything else right now, do we? Everything's running.
Other than the pickup.
Pickup's not running. What happened to the pickup?
That thing's been needing help for a year.
Oh, Lord.
What happened to the pickup? That last guy that used to work here.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna look into the pickup truck.
Okay.
And then I got garage door openers. Does everybody have their garage door openers turned in? Anybody have garage door openers?
I
I
never
do.
had one.
He's
I
got
don't
one.
got a key.
Okay.
And I'm on grounds and
Yeah, that's what I wanted to bring up too, when you changed the locks on the garages.
Yes.
When do we get a key?
We don't.
Why?
The only people who's
We
getting
don't want a bunch
members-
of people with keys.
Council members always had a key.
here's the issue that
Yes,
we're
I
running
did.
into. Hold
Jake,
on,
did you have
everybody
keys for
relax.
everything?
Listen, I did not have keys for everything, but the only people who needs keys for buildings, grounds, and equipment are the people who are on buildings, grounds, and equipment, and the people who are on the street department. Otherwise, what's the point in letting everyone have a key to walk back there and take anything that they want?
That's where you got cameras. It's always been that every council member had a key to the garages and the buildings.
Okay, real quick, let's just solve it.
But, I mean, you can put a motion in not to have them, but that's the way it always was.
Okay, wait. Just wait.
We always had key, go ahead.
Pat never gets to say anything.
Oh, I'm sorry, Pat.
She's the secretary treasurer for a gazillion years. What happens with the keys when it goes from like the people that left council and the people that are new in council?
They're supposed to all come back to me, but that's not ever what happens. I very rarely get them back. So I got back Eli's and I got back Michelle's.
And then
they kind of fell through the cracks.
Here's the thing, we had a lot of employees that came here that never turned in their keys.
Yeah.
I had to change the locks. There's no doubt about that in my mind. And that's one of the issues that I'm running into is now we have garage door openers that are out still, and I don't know how people are getting in the garages.
I don't have a good in either. but
Did you
I
have,
just-
did you guys,
I handed mine in.
did
and
anybody
went in
come
there.
here and take a battery charger?
Yeah, it was my battery charger.
When did you get it?
About 4 days ago.
Who gave it to you?
I come in and got it.
How'd you get in?
oh,
Right
Lord
through the
help
door
me.
right here. That's why I said
You
I
can't
couldn't
get in
get
through
in.
the door because the door's locked.
I
Can we
come
please have
through
a
that
new
door,
rule
walk through that door,
on
walk
keys?
through that door. And I got my battery charger because we needed
It's
it
your,
to
it's your
fire.
charger. I'm not mad at you for having your
I
charger.
told Brian he can go ahead and use it. Which I don't care if he
The
uses it.
problem is with so many people with keys, if something disappears, if only 3 people have keys, that's the people that you're
We're
gonna look
deal
at.
with.
So you're gonna have to do something about, they can still come through this door, Bob.
No, they can't
Walk
I
because
through
that
locked, I
door's
changed that
locked.
lock too.
It was open, I walked right through.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
Lord,
you
help
must have left it open.
Cause I thought something was wrong with the key thing out there, I didn't know.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
I just feel like I don't know anything.
But I don't know if I need to change I don't know I don't know, here's where I'm getting to. I'm missing garage door openers. I'm missing 2 of them. I don't know where they're at, so now.
Got one.
I know that one's, yeah, but I'm still missing 2. So now we have one other thing that we have to do if we don't know where those are. If they don't turn up, then I have to have every single one of these reprogrammed. And they're commercial doors, so now we have to have Doors by Ike or one of the other guys come up here, we've already spoken to them, to go through and change it. We're trying to save money, not spend money. So if we can't find these garage door openers, I have to let you guys know that we're gonna have Doors by Ike show up or somebody to change all of the codes
That's what
again.
you're gonna have to do.
That's the game
I
plan.
handed Wendy's in, I handed mine in.
Okay, so we'll
Make a
do
motion
that.
to get you, get that done.
That is,
Does there have to be a motion to do that?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
We're
It's
gonna
not
make
gonna
them
be that
rolling
expensive.
So
keys
who'd you
now,
hand them
what's
into
gonna
that
happen?
nobody has them?
we gotta do something about keys, cause I've got
We
too
do,
many
because
keys.
I'm not gonna go
Are
through
they
it.
in the office?
In the drawer, yeah, that's where I put them.
We should have,
Jake, did you look in the office in the drawer?
Oh,
He said
we
put 'em in
searched
the drawer.
we searched everywhere, we did not find them.
Did you put them in there or Wendy put
we
them in?
should.
How many
I
did
put
you
'em in
find,
there.
Ryan? You found 1.
The door openers?
Yeah,
I just brought another one back not too long ago and.
Lou brought one back,
okay,
and that's all I got back there right now.
right.
You brought 1 or 2?
I brought mine back then and Wendy's got handed in when she got off council. I put it in that drawer of the desk.
That's
On the
fine,
right-hand
I'm not
side.
blaming you for it, all I'm saying is that there's two missing, and it's okay. I just gotta make sure. We gotta figure out this key situation too, because we got too many dang keys up here.
Well, we're trying to get down
Oh,
to just a
figure it out.
few keys.
There's 3 keys
Everybody
to
should have a
coding.
key to that door.
Everyone has a
On
key to that
council.
door.
Yeah.
Right, that's
change
the
it.
old, that's the old,
Yeah,
we
it's
didn't
the old.
I'll
change
get you
that.
one.
I would have been in it.
No,
The
it's always been.
One to this
street
building,
department,
That's all.
and I have the park. And that's all I have, and that's all I want.
yeah, all the locks at the park are the same, right?
Yeah.
We got all those changed, so they're all the same.
Well, it still means anybody on council can come in his door and go in the garage.
They can't because that door's different. It's
Only
locked.
certain people can go in there.
That's
But
a
you got a
locked
door
door.
that's locked between here and the,
Uh-huh.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay, so that's
settled.
taken care of. We're good
dear
there.
God help us.
That's all I got for that.
so you're gonna get Doors by Ike to come and reprogram.
Somebody, yeah.
Well, they've done all the work on those
He'll give you a
garage
good
doors
price.
anyways.
Uh,
Yeah,
We'll
he's
we'll
gonna-
find somebody, we'll price it out.
Jason, can't you just do it for like nothing?
No, they're not like
They're
that.
commercial
That's
ones.
different.
That's different than what I can do.
They've got frequencies you gotta change.
Okay, what else is new?
Well, I'll call Eric, Eric might be able
Those
to
little switches.
hook us up. Okay,
What's next, Jake?
is that it, Jake, on
That's it for
that?
me, for that.
Okay, sewers and sanitation, does Bill have anything, does anybody,
He has an MS4 update,
Yeah,
Yeah.
who has that?
Jason.
I'll just basically say what's on the sheet right now. The bid opening needs to be moved to April 4 so that the bids can properly be tabulated and ready for council review at the April meeting.
Okay.
let me expand on that. There's only gonna be 3 people at that meeting. It'll be Bill and Dan Sell from Widmer and me. There's not gonna be any decisions, there can't be any discussion, so there's no other council members that can be here. Widmer's gonna take the bids and tabulate them all so that they will be ready for us to have at our meeting on the 11th to discuss and vote on.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So
that's
what's
how
going
that's
on
gonna
is,
work.
if anybody wants to participate and put in a bid, they have to go through Widmer's, webpage, correct?
Yes,
So if you guys know any excavators or know anybody who's interested in taking care of our MS4 project, Widmer will give you the blueprints on exactly what needs done. Everybody is bidding the exact same way.
yeah,
So again, share it. If you know anybody that's doing that, because if you only get one bid and it's for $1 million, that's our bid.
That would be good, because we can't afford that.
Right.
So,
Yeah, and they're doing this system, Pat and I talked about this a little bit, and I talked to, named Sadaka from Whitmer Engineering. Tony, and he's been there a long time, and he said they're finding this is easier because you can't have all, council there, because, you might have a quorum, then you have to advertise and whatnot. But they'll tabulate the bids, like I said, and they'll get them to you guys ahead of time. Don't discuss it, but before the meeting, but at least you can sit down at home and relax and look at them.
Yeah.
And think about it a little bit, and you'll be prepared when you come to the meeting.
I wonder if AJ might be interested in that.
Anybody.
He's right here in the borough.
You just have to let them know to talk to Widmer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been advertised, it's on Widmer's website, so.
Well, I looked on Widmer's website and you gotta do some serious digging to find it. There's pages upon pages of projects.
Well, then call and ask to talk to
Right.
Dan South, and he'll.
What I wanted to do was find it and share it online so that obviously people that I went to school with or know could go bid on it, and it's fair is fair. Whoever got the best bid gets it. That's what it's gonna be. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if you like this person or you don't like this person. The cheapest person's getting the job because they bid it exactly to the way Widmer blueprinted it. So it's the cheapest price, not, well, this guy drives an old truck and he has old crappy equipment, and this guy's new in town and he's a great guy. Doesn't matter. Lowest bid gets it.
Sounds fair.
Okay.
Stop sign file has been sent to Joe for stop sign ordinance.
Yeah, I've got that, I'm working on that, yeah.
The what?
But we need ordinance for stop signs, remember?
Yeah.
Our chief brought it up last
Well,
month.
you brought it, you gave him a list, right?
Yeah, and then Jeff gave it to me tonight, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Jeff, by the way.
You're welcome.
Joe and Dad met with Aiken Refuse to discuss the contract.
Yeah,
And Joe is with him, so.
Yeah,
yeah,
this was actually pretty interesting.
Yeah.
let me get that.
You got it?
Do you have,
Yeah, well, that's your current. I have your dad's notes. Yeah, let me, if I could have it.
There you go.
It was a cordial conversation, but I don't think it would resolve a heck of a lot, okay, in my opinion. You have the unlimited pickup, here, and, I do have that, I'm sorry, sir. Jason. Yeah. And part of what I think is just, I find a little out of line is with houses that are not currently occupied, they're under renovation or whatnot, and they are charging because they're saying, well, we don't know, somebody could be, they could be putting their garbage elsewhere. They did give a good example too, like if you have say an apartment, a house that's 3 or 4 units, and, maybe only 2 people are paying, they are, this is not their term, my term, they are speculating that the other 2 that aren't paying, they have a deal with the people that are paying, that they're trying to do like 4 garbage collections for the price of 2.
yeah.
Okay, that may, I don't wanna say that doesn't happen, I'm sure it does, okay? But again, you just can't presume that. I don't think that really keeping with either the letter or the spirit of the agreement. They also talked about, your place, we brought it up about, because they don't get back
Jeremy.
there.
Jeremy.
Oh,
No.
Jay.
putting his
Jake.
garbage out the
Yeah.
road.
Oh, because they won't show up
Yeah,
in my house.
in fact, now I know where you live, because I was driving and Bill told me how to get there.
Oh, yeah.
We went back, you weren't there, okay, but, it was the middle of the day, whatever. I don't know, I mean, I don't drive a garbage truck, so I don't know, but I didn't see where the heck the problem was with
Talking
getting.
about power line.
Yeah, but
There is
your
no
dad and I are both
issue.
looking.
I drive a max height crane back there. I'm
Anyway,
bigger than a garbage truck.
And Bill said that he's driven the fire
Oh,
truck
yes,
back
yes.
there.
Multiple times, actually.
so, there are some shortfalls here. Technically, they may be in breach of the contract. Your dad and I talked about this a little bit. I would think, rather than stir the pot right now, we're almost halfway through this contract. Yeah, because we're the second year. When we go to bid this out again next year, we take this in consideration. Even if they're the lowest bidder, they may not be the lowest responsible bidder, we have that. And also the other thing is, And look at this in detail, because Bill gets into a lot of detail, I don't wanna repeat what he has here. About it might be better to go with that second option, for the
Yeah.
$18 per can, but, so, yeah.
Now, if we go with the second option, will they pick up at my house?
I don't think that's gonna make any difference in
Probably
their
not.
position, yeah.
Yeah.
So should I just stop paying them?
Make a clause that they have to use the pickup truck.
We already did that once.
It's already in there and they said
And
that
they actually
they,
made a statement on here that they're not going to do that.
Yeah, and what was the guy's name, Matt, I think it was
Matt,
Matt.
yeah, he's the owner.
He's a young guy, okay, and we met with him, and I don't know who the young lady was. That was
Probably Lindsay.
And, you know, he goes, well, I remember as his word first I sat there, that was an oversight. I thought, well, damn, buddy, you put it in your proposal,
Yeah.
and we accepted a proposal on that.
I mean, it's right here.
Yeah, yeah. What are they doing right now? You gotta take your garbage out to the,
They want me to take it out to the street.
is that what you've been doing?
No, I'm not
You've been
dragging
taking
it out
to
to
the
the
dump.
dump. I've been taking it to the dump. I literally got receipts to pay for it.
Okay.
Or
Are they trying to bill you?
Oh, yeah,
But they're
absolutely.
billing them.
They're billing.
Yeah.
They're billing him so he has to take his own trash out.
Yeah, just don't,
Here's
just
the
don't
thing.
pay him.
So my road is not
Two months ahead.
my, well, I said, it's my road. It is not my driveway. That is a street. Brook Street runs completely behind my house and the garages. That is a street. Everyone else is fair game. They either put it in front of their house or they put it right behind their house. Why can't I put my garbage right in front of my house?
Yeah.
I asked. I give them plenty enough room. They can pull a truck back there, back in, turn around. There is so much room back there to do that stuff.
They could walk back there, grab his can, drag it out, empty it, and walk it back.
They could.
It's just as easy as Jake can walk it
I
all
have
the way
one
out
issue.
there.
At night when I get off of work, it's like 6:30, 7 o'clock. I go into the house, I take a shower, I eat my dinner, and I go, oh shoot, it's garbage night. And it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And now I'm rolling my loud cans past my neighbor's 3 kids' bedrooms. All 3 of those kids are in that one side, and I'm the bad guy.
Get better trash.
You know what I mean? No, I got the big, heavy duty, really nice ones, and I usually only set one out. But I have a gravel driveway, and all you hear is the whole way down there. I try to be a nice neighbor.
Yeah.
You know, and then, could I take them out
You
there?
can bring it to a head. You could,
But here's the
like your
thing.
dad said, don't pay it.
I asked. Clearly, it's on here. We'll come to your house and pick it up. Okay. And they keep telling us, no exceptions. No exceptions for anyone.
He says right here,
Yep.
you can't afford, they can't afford it,
Yep.
then you can go get your own refuse service.
That's what it says. Right
Well,
there in the
and you
paper.
can't do that because that's against our ordinance.
Right.
You can't,
Yeah.
you know.
No.
Well, I-
So I can continue to take it to work or continue to take it to Valley Waste. Which is super unfortunate because it's $30 every time I go down there.
But I think for the duration of this contract, we're kind of stuck in there.
So then,
You don't have to pay. They're not
It's
picking
okay.
it up, you don't pay.
yeah. But that's still, that's like telling Pat, sorry, Pat, you don't get a garbage.
Well,
company."
Jeremy hasn't been paying, has he?
I think he had to pay. I'm not
Jeremy
sure if
has
he
to
paid that
pay.
or not.
Yeah, I
He
know
owes
they're
them
billing
like
him.
$300 or something.
I didn't think he was gonna.
I don't want this
They
to
wouldn't
turn
take
into a tape thing. I'm sorry that 2 things have happened. One thing being totally different from my brother's situation.
Well, your brother had nothing to do with you.
What does that have to, that,
But that's what she said when she sat there. She goes, well, it just so happens that you're on council and he's your brother.
Where
Let
do you
me
hear
tell
this
you, I've been dealing with a young lady, her name's Holly Hannum. Her father-in-law, 3612 Short Street. He's been in a nursing home since December. She called. He was paid up. He paid
in advance?
through March.
Okay, through this month.
Yeah. Yeah, that he paid the bill, but he's been in a nursing home. So she called and she said, well, he's in a nursing home. Oh, we can give you a refund. Well, they didn't do that. Then she gets another bill.
Of course.
It gets better.
So
It gets
Mr.
better.
Hannum dies
Yeah.
and the house is up for auction.
Okay.
So she
And it's
called.
empty at the same time.
She called and she said the house is up for auction. There is a dumpster in front of the house that everything is getting emptied into. My father-in-law has passed away, and she said, I don't care if he's living or dead, you're gonna pay the bill.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't like that.
Oh, nice.
I don't like agents at all.
That is what she
They're horrible.
said. That is exactly what she said.
So rude.
Yeah, I'm not gonna advise you to say we're gonna terminate the contract, because that end up spending a lot of money.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
but we'll let it run out.
but
We're stuck
to make a
with them for the
notation
rest
of all these
Why
Yeah.
this year?
grievances, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, but we have this year and all of next year to go.
I know.
Was that a bug?
We have 2 years.
It's a bug.
Yeah.
Well, we got a year and a half to go. We have 3
January. Right?
Yeah.
So we have the rest of this year
And then
and then
45.
all of next
Yeah,
year.
I know.
Yeah. We're only in the 3rd month.
Yeah. So,
They're just not nice people.
No, they're terrible.
For a year and 9 months.
I'm
So
sorry.
now should we consider option B then at this point? It's gonna save people money.
well, you can,
Some
certainly.
people-
In my recollection, they said they'd be,
They would be happy to let us do option B.
yeah.
And then they aren't gonna charge everybody because that's only for unlimited pickup.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's the way to get around
Right.
people who aren't,
Because that caught my attention right away.
yeah,
You know,
That's for what now?
Per resident, per month.
per resident, per month.
And if
Two
we want
can
something
limit.
bulk, we have to buy a ticket or something?
Yes,
Yes,
that's, you actually defined that out in your,
yeah.
the
and that's
second
not,
page.
that's common, Janet, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, that you have
Oh,
to,
yeah, I mean, I know. My son has Valley Waste and they do that all the time.
So what's the cost for bulk?
One fall.
Yeah, but 2 can limit,
Yeah.
And nothing's changed, correct?
and it's
What are we
18.
paying right now?
It's
a month?
$18.
Chair out,
We're
the
paying,
couch or whatever.
but you
well,
have
we're
to,
paying $23 a month
No, yeah.
now, and then
Yeah,
next
23.
year it'll go up to 24.
Yeah, and then it goes to 20.
But it stays at 18 for all 3 years of the contract for the
Option B.
option B.
But we got extra garbage and
You
you
have
charge another
$6
bags,
for
Yeah.
each bag.
It's gonna end up at.
Paying more.
But 3/4 of the borough would probably fall under the 2
Yeah.
can.
Yeah,
There's only certain houses that people have their whole family living in with them.
yeah.
Oh, that's so not true.
Well,
Got a lot of
we
garbage.
still only use 3 cans.
Sharing is caring, Jeff.
I can
Put it
take
in your
mine to
neighbor's
work.
can.
I can take mine to work. I can throw in my hopper.
Okay.
I'm getting trash.
So what do you guys wanna do? What do you think?
I'll just buy a dumpster.
Then you can start taking ours to
We-
work.
do you want to consider the 2 can option?
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah,
You'd have to have you vote on it.
How do
Definitely
your
have to consider
citizens
it.
feel about
Alright,
that?
I would like to make the motion to go to a 2 can
How do
limit.
they feel about it?
That's still 60
Or
bucks.
should we do a roll call?
Or, yeah, but what, like, say if you're throwing an old chair away or something
You
like
have to
that.
pay extra for that. It's
They
bulk.
always just took it, there was no
Correct.
problem.
Do you know, I was
So
looking
you
at
won't
that,
Be able to do that no more then.
no, you can do it. I was-
You can do it,
when you
you
think
just
about
pay
it,
extra.
because you know what, the thought crossed my mind, Louis, that under your current option, it appears there's no limit on that. But then again, how often are you throwing away a couch?
Yeah.
Or a recliner? I mean, and think of your own neighborhood, you know, and how often you really see furniture out.
Not
Yeah.
often, because most furniture places will remove your old stuff for you.
Yes, and we bought a kitchen table just in the last year.
It's not
They
saying how
did
much they
that.
charge for anything like that. It's telling us.
So we're gonna say
No, it varies. I know we've had stuff.
Depends on the size of the
Yeah.
stuff we're removing.
I mean, they could have lists, what's your normal stuff you're gonna put out, a couch, a chair, a
mattress.
Mattress, yeah.
Old carpeting, but a lot of times old carpeting, the installer, if you buy from most bigger companies, they'll take the old stuff. I just think that, my thought crossed my mind that when they make that so-called free offer, they know it's gonna be far and few between.
Hey, guys, you're gonna have to settle down a little bit, it's getting loud.
Okay, anyway, that was just my opinion. So, I know, your dad and I both, when we were driving back,
Roll call?
Jason, we both of us, I think, were thinking about the two-can option when we were driving back.
You only save it $10 a month,
As
or
long as
$10
it doesn't
a
change.
payment.
That's what we were thinking originally.
What's the use?
Don't make me come over there, Janet.
What am I doing? That puts it to where the people that don't put canning count don't get penalized, right?
Yeah, like with Jeremy,
So
when we
that, the
have
two can limit
houses.
makes it to where if my neighbor isn't there, they're not getting billed.
They haven't caught on to Jeremy's, one house. Nobody's in.
Well, that appears to be, you know, Tina, if you think about it, that appears to be the most offensive,
Right,
conduct on their part.
yeah, charging people that aren't even there, you know?
Like with what's happened here with this.
And when you are there, you have some waste, drywall and stuff, they won't take that.
They won't take any building
They
material.
should do that.
They'll
Nobody
charge you,
takes
but they
building.
won't, I know.
Valley does.
But I just saw them take last week, they had carpeting, they had
Oh, they'll-
toilet, they had a couple
Yeah,
other
they
things.
did, they took all
They
that
took all
stuff.
that stuff from Roger's place
Yeah,
last
they'll
week.
do that.
The toilet?
Oh, yeah. It's building materials that they
Like-
won't
like
take.
wood and
Like
drywall
wood,
and stuff.
shingles, that kind of stuff. Yeah, 'cause I had a toilet taken and,
Yeah.
yeah.
What are you using now?
I have a bucket.
Your little bucket.
And you know,
Usually
and
we'll
then,
shack
and then
outside the
every
house.
once in a while I have to sing this song, there's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza.
All right, okay, well, what do you wanna do?
We do have a motion on the table. Jake moved to go to option B, the two-can limit.
I don't know.
Do we need to do a roll call for that?
Well, we need to get a second.
You gotta get a second on the
before we do
motion.
And they'll
anything.
still take the chairs, like if you have a chair.
Yeah, but they'll charge you a little something.
I never have more.
Nay.
We didn't.
I'm naying it.
Wait, but did we have a second on the motion? I
We
didn't-
don't even have a.
So I made a motion. Does anybody want a second two-can limit?
And I'll second
Okay, Lou's gonna second it. Okay, let's do a roll call. Okay, Lou,
it. Yes.
Janet,
No.
Bob,
Yes.
Jeff,
No.
Jake.
You have no choice.
I hate being the tiebreaker.
What?
You're not the tiebreaker.
It's not the tiebreaker, we've got
one more.
Lou, we've got Lou,
Yeah,
yes,
it's 2-2 right
Janet, no,
Jeff,
Bob,
no.
yes, Jeff, no, Jake, I put you down for yes, because you made the
Yeah, you
motion.
made the
Okay,
motion.
Jason,
That's tough for
Come
your
on,
part.
Jace, come on.
Your dad's gonna kill
Now,
you.
remember, two cans are the 96 gallon. Those are the gigantor ones.
Now just
Those are
remember,
two
Jace.
big
Do we have to
cans.
get their cans or can we just,
no, you,
No,
no,
you get your
no.
own.
okay. But I
You
mean,
can-
we have to have a can or we just put out bags in the morning?
Oh, you're one of those people.
Yeah.
Now, wait a minute. Now, we have Skunkville down there at the foundry, so we put
We
ours
have
out
skunks. We have skunks.
as soon as the garbage truck's going down our street. Because if we don't, the cans are in the middle of the road, and the people that fly down the road be crushing your cans, so we just put the bags. That's my question.
Oh,
I
boy.
drive.
Whoa.
Pick 'em up.
I don't know
I
how to
get too,
handle
and
it.
I'm late for
Because I
work when I
wanna
do
do
it.
it different.
What do you mean?
I want to put it to the citizens to get a consensus from them.
What's your vote,
Then you should vote no.
Who said that?
So
If you don't wanna, because Jake's motion and second is to go with the
Go with
listed
it.
two-can limit.
I want to put a second motion out.
Well, we gotta finish this, but in other words, Jason, if you're not, if you'd rather get more input from the
Yeah.
citizens, then you should vote no at this time. This could always be revisited
Yeah.
next month.
I'm saying no.
Let's sustain it.
That's why I did it.
You're not gonna hurt my feelings. You're
I'm saying
okay.
no.
That's why I did it, cause I wanna.
So that's a tie, Mayor.
No, it's not a tie.
The
It's
mayor
not a
makes
tie.
that.
No, it's not a
Three
tie.
no's.
It's
3 no's,
Two yeses.
3 yeses.
three no's.
Lou, me, and Jake said
Yeah.
Oh, that's,
yes.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
so
three.
three.
So it's up to the
Okay,
mayor.
So it's 3.
3 and 3.
Mayor gets to do her duty
Now, wait.
for once.
You're the mayor.
Mayor.
Just remember, you're the mayor and my
What's
friend.
yours?
You have to have cans, she's asking. Do you have to have cans?
No.
Can you put the bags?
Okay, listen,
No.
borough ordinance says you must have a can
Yeah,
with a lid.
the borough
That is the
ordinance
ordinance.
says that.
Okay. Can I chime in on that?
No, go ahead.
Can of Pico, speak
I
up.
was the one that called you, Bob Tate, and thank you for taking care of it. For the people that does have the cans, that do spill out over into the alley down into my yard. Then you have your people on West Fourth who have cans, their trash is all polluted around it, nobody ever picks it up, and I bet you there's 6 families living in that house.
Yeah.
Well, all you have to do is let us
Pardon
know.
me?
I'll
It
go
has
out
to,
there.
yeah.
Because your
Okay,
current
that's
op-
fine, as long
your
as I
current
know.
option, I just looked at your current option says cans
Cans.
or bags. That's what your unlimited, gives you that
Okay, well,
flexibility.
this is the
Yeah.
first time I've seen this, so I'm just asking, so I know I gotta get me a can.
Yeah.
So,
So
I
I,
need a
so I
can.
put the heat on you here,
So
man.
it's either.
it's no heat. I like 2 cans. I like the second option.
Okay.
I like
Yeah,
that.
it's her cans.
Well, that's the 2 cans.
Thanks, Lace, I'll remember
So it's either
that.
yes or
Can I say something? I think we're in violation of the sunshine law here.
But,
I think we're in violation of the sunshine law.
Okay.
Oh, because you're
No, I
saying,
don't have any neighbors.
Joe, this was not on the agenda.
Right.
Citizens do have a right to know what's
We
gonna be on
were-
the
This is an
agenda.
old business.
And
We were. The Aiken,
the topic or the motion. Citizens, if you put a topic garbage, that means nothing to citizens. If you put it on the agenda, motion to consider the option to going to 2 can, that informs the citizens who may wanna come, and they do have a right to speak on matters before council, before
so we
there's
should-
action taken.
okay, let's
Till next
let's table it till next month, and we'll put it in there the way you want it.
I'll talk to you for a month.
Because I got a month I don't need.
You'll what?
I'll keep talking to you for a month.
I'm gonna be really bad at this
Bobby.
motion thing.
There's a lot of people that next
I
meeting.
should bring it on a windy day, pick somebody else.
no problem.
You don't understand half the law because you don't
Yeah.
know what half the law is either.
All right, listen up, guys.
Is anybody gonna ask me anything?
No,
No,
They've got
your
your
turn.
turn.
What else you got, Jason? What else does your dad got?
Okay.
I'm sick of
And those who have not completed their IC 100 and 700 courses. You know who you are, please get them done.
Okay.
So you
Yes,
gotta
sir.
do something about it.
But like I said, what if I can't get it? Can I come
Jake
over?
can't do it.
They were
you
supposed to
can't
do
either.
maintenance on the site today,
Yes.
so the site should be back up by tomorrow.
I'll
Okay.
take the
Try
test
to get on it
again.
tomorrow. If it doesn't work
Hank can
tomorrow,
do it.
we'll try to find another way around
You
it.
can do it.
You
Okay.
did it, Jeff.
Yeah, Hayden did it, so they
Hey,
can
So,
do
I
it.
said,
You
Oh,
can
wait,
do it.
Abe might
Well,
give
we
us
can't
some
help
more.
it if an error
If he
comes
doesn't
up.
mind.
That's not
You
us.
get,
That's not our
All right,
fault, Jeff.
all right.
You can do
Are you
it.
done?
That's done with his.
Let me give you Hayden's
Okay, listen up. All right, that's done. Thank you, Bill. Finance and litigation, Jason.
Oh, Lord.
Okay,
All right, we have multiple resumes in. I have called them all, I've emailed them all, and I'm getting nothing back. The guy we had in couldn't stay. He wanted to come back. He decided to get another job.
Still couldn't stay.
Yeah.
He got another job instead. He took that. So right now, we're just stuck with Brian. However,
And we were so lucky.
in making my calls, I got a hold of the Beaver County Jail.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
They said they do have people that will come out and help.
Mm-hmm.
18 to 21s can do the lawnmowers, weed whackers, and they still have younger ones that come out, help clean up the roadways and stuff like that. I can get you the contact, but we just need to know who's gonna be in charge of that. But if they need escort, if they need to have an escort, you just gotta let them know they have to have an escort, or they're whenever you need them.
They do need an escort though.
If you need them to have an escort,
We'd have to go get them though, right?
no, they will bring us in vans.
They'll bring it, yeah.
Do we have, is there a set number that we have to get?
No,
We could get one.
we can get one.
I say we.
But I say we get more than one.
Well, you gotta have somebody
So
that's
now,
gonna be
just
in
so that
charge of
everyone
it.
knows, they are not like hardcore convicted
No.
criminals, things
No,
like
these are
that.
work release guys.
DUI,
Yeah.
didn't pay
What,
child support.
what do we have to pay them?
As far as I know, she didn't say anything about paying them anything.
That's what I was wondering.
These are gonna be,
Usually it's
basically gonna be
pretty cheap.
guys are gonna be just working off their time.
Good, Rich. Yes, Rich.
There's some people that come out and do community service, their sentence is community service. Maybe they can come, they don't have to be paid.
That's,
Do that.
That's what he was
that's
just
which ones
saying.
these are, becoming jail.
There you go, that's community service, so they can come.
Yeah, 'cause I had one here with me
That's
one
right, Joe.
time.
Is he cringing?
I had Joe's son.
Is he cringing?
He had
I
to
think
do
community
10 hours
service, you
community
see that
hours.
with juvenile offenders. But if you're talking about getting adults, 18 and over.
18 and 21, they do
They're
have
in
those
York
as
County
well.
Jail, because I'm at the courthouse enough, when the weather, you know, at that time of year, you see the guys in the jail garbs, and they're doing the lawns and everything,
Yep.
cutting the grass, cutting the hedges and whatnot. But there's always somebody there, because somebody's gotta drive them there.
Yeah.
But they're also, these are not guys, because they can just walk away.
Yeah.
And there's 4 or 5 of them and one jail guard, so he can't chase all 4 or 5
No,
of
no.
them. So there's a certain amount of trust involved
Yes,
with
there
these
is.
people. So, they screen them, in other words. I know
Right.
that.
I mean, I brought this up years ago when I was on, and I don't know why we shot that down.
But I don't know.
Do you remember that, Pat?
But Jason, they said, they actually specifically said you do not need to pay anything to the
They
county.
didn't say anything about paying them. It's just
Not if it's community service, probably.
Yeah, but like I said, community service. Yeah, like Rich is saying, I think that is usually with juvenile offenders. You don't see I don't remember when I used to do criminal work, and seeing adults have to do community service. They can get work
Is
release
that somebody that comes out every day, or you just call them when you need them?
as needed.
as needed or every day, depends.
Okay, well, they got them in Vanport every year. And there's the guy that comes out and watches them.
They come in
Yeah.
chains.
They say you, if you.
It's not the South. It's not the South.
They bring their picks and.
But I get
Yeah.
Watch them.
whoever's gonna be the one in charge of it, I can get your number to call. His
So
name is
I'm
Debbie,
gonna say it's gonna have to be Brian, he's gonna have to use them as needed.
but you have to let them know in advance.
Would you be okay with
I would
contacting
say,
them?
try them out. And
Yeah, I pretty much understand how that works, because when I was down in Vanport.
Yeah.
what do you think?
I think it's a good idea.
That's because you need help.
Well,
To work.
I mean, well,
Yeah, I do. I've said that years ago. that
Yeah,
we could do that.
we should
Because
just do
really,
it.
we need the guy just. The biggest thing is cutting grass, and you're not going to have them out plowing or anything.
well, I can't say anything about putting them on a mower, but
They
they
do have-
Why?
to bring their own weed eaters.
Why? Why?
They're
Why?
not gonna have their own equipment. They don't
Yeah,
have the ability.
weed eating is a big thing.
Might take off on the
Yeah.
road.
He said they showed up
Why?
at his last place with weed eaters.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
I
they
don't know
have
about
their
this
own
year if they're
weed
doing that or
eaters,
not.
everything.
But I'll give you I'll get your contact number. It's Debbie Lansball.
If you're familiar with that,
Really?
that creek that goes down in front of Eaton down there,
Yeah.
they brought like 7 guys, man, they just went at it.
Yeah, I've
With
seen
their own
that.
weed eaters and everything. I didn't have to be there at all.
Yeah, they said
There was a
just
guy there watching them all day.
have the person in contact get in contact with me and we'll start scheduling stuff.
So how do they do that? So like if I called them today, would they bring somebody out tomorrow, or is that something where I gotta schedule out like a week in
You probably have
advance?
to go at least
It's
3
like
or
a
4
week or
days.
2 out. You
Okay.
gotta-
So we
there's
need to
other-
do that
you just
immediately,
probably
so
do
I
that.
think we should see if somebody want to make a motion for that.
Sure, I'll make a motion.
Hey,
All right.
is that breaking sunshine if we make a
But could you
motion for
answer my
this?
question and tell me why not?
Well, it's not on the agenda, so I guess you're
Why
breaking the
wouldn't you let
sunshine.
them ride the mower?
Well, I think it's against their rules.
Really?
Really, cause they might ride away, or,
Do you think there's a white collar criminal that could do it?
that would get so much done,
I don't know.
if they could do the mower.
This is called
Really, the
resumes call
most,
for people for
mostly the park.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
I
The
think
big
it's
thing is
absolutely
we've
in
gotta
there.
set up
You
projects,
have the
like
ability
West
to
Fourth, where you
follow
go down and
through
boom mow, and they go
what's
down and pick
necessary
up
for
all the
your
garbage.
motion without-
I don't think they're allowed on
Oh,
the
we haven't
street.
put up a motion yet.
Not even
Well,
sure
we
you
can
need
ask
one.
them.
Well,
call.
yeah, you need.
Ask me to
Because
call.
Michelle
We
was
should
doing
probably
it.
provide them with gloves, I would think they need that.
They provide everything for them guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we don't
Oh,
have to do
that's so
anything.
nice.
What we did in Vanport, when it came lunchtime,
We fed them,
we went to like Subway and got them all sandwiched, but we didn't even have to do that.
yeah.
We just did it out of
I know, but it would be nice to do that.
Yeah.
I would make them lunch.
Have
I
you
mean,
seen
you
the
may,
prices
you
at
may end up
Subway?
getting somebody that shows up that knows what they're doing, and when he gets out, we might have a full-time employee.
Yeah, that would be nice. And Brian would already have bonded.
Yeah, right.
He bonded when he was in jail with him 6 months ago.
Okay, this was old business.
Oh, you
Can this
people,
be?
I don't
Or is this
understand.
gonna
Is
break
it
the
my
law?
turn yet?
Is this gonna break sunshine?
There's your solicitor.
Still on
Yeah,
Jason's.
let me see the,
This is a real pain having that.
I think I'm gonna just start doing FaceTime council meetings.
we got Jason, finance, wait a minute.
Last litigation.
Old business.
Yeah. Been already received labor multiple times with no response to the employee, double contacting them. I think if you had success with one of these people, you'd be able to make a motion to hire them. We're not doing that, but you have an alternative which flows naturally from that. I'd say, I wouldn't worry about it. Go ahead, if you want to make the motion to see about contacting and hiring these inmates.
Okay, Janet made the motion.
Janet made the motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
I'll get your number and
Jeff,
name.
wake up.
You got anything else?
That was it.
All right, thank you.
Bam.
Who's next here?
Who is left?
That's, the mayor, does the mayor, oh wait.
You got an ordinance, Parks and Recreation.
Yeah, I still got a few here. Jeff?
Jeff.
When I said new pad on the signs,
No, that's old.
Yeah, that's all.
so I could go with that.
Yeah, and you gave.
I
us-
gave,
yeah.
I
Yes.
gave Joe all the paperwork on all the stop signs so we can get them leaked.
Thank you, Jeff.
Now, is that all the stop signs we're putting up?
Every sign in this borough is written on paper.
No, I mean, are we putting any more stop signs up or?
No, we gotta get these all looked
These are the
into to see if they're in the ordinance. They gotta be looked at, make sure they're registered. That's why the chief lost them cases, because there's so many.
There's a lot.
There's only 3 stop signs listed in this borough, right?
That is a shame.
So,
we
we
had
just do
more-
all these years.
We've had a few that we put on recently, but we only did it as resolutions. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's.
Okay, well, you have a list of all of them.
Yeah, I gotta have to.
So, and we have some other penal ordinance, so you might as well,
Well, no,
wait, that's,
he's probably not done.
oh, that was it. That's
That
what
was
I had.
it,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
But Tina has to be separate because that's
'Cause
it's
we're-
not
okay.
part of the committees.
All right,
You're not part of the committee,
we'll go
sorry.
after, so
No, no,
after
sorry.
old then? For the older ordinance stuff.
Yeah, when we're all done with our committees, then she can give a report or do whatever it is for code enforcement.
Okay, so we got, Janet, Parks and Rec.
Are we on old business still?
Yes.
Old business.
It's okay.
We had a meeting with baseball last night.
Who was there?
You,
You're welcome.
Jake.
Sorry.
Jeff was doing stop signs. And, it seemed to work out pretty good with them. I think they're gonna work out well.
So,
The electric's turned on, we have to get the water turned on.
we're gonna continue to cut the grass, but they're
Yeah.
gonna do the weed whacking and general maintenance.
Yeah, and take care of the fields.
Well, I got
No
two
pony
riders.
league this year, so they're just gonna use that as a practice field.
Remember I told you about, I got them 2 riders back?
Yeah,
We
well,
could give to them and they could cut the grass.
well, I mentioned that to Jake.
The issue is they don't have people or time. And if we let that, I mean, we can give them a mower, that's fine.
I got 2 of them I give them down.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea, but that's just my idea. So anyways,
It's up to you guys. I mean, if that's what you guys wanna do, if you wanna let them run around on that.
okay,
But here's the thing, if they don't cut, we're back to cutting again. They have to,
Has to be
they
a
have to be
contract.
cut every week.
okay, Jake.
We should have that in the contract, right? Yeah.
Are we gonna do a contract with them?
I would hope so. Kip wasn't able to be there last night, so
Okay.
I didn't wanna, and he was treasurer and he's switching it to Amanda now.
Okay.
So everything has changed in the president, vice president, secretary, treasurer thing. Plus we were at Sims, so, you know, that was a different type atmosphere. Changed all the locks at the park because I was sick of waiting for keys. I'm done, like I'm done. If you need in the park for anything, You have to call Jake, you have to call Jeff, you have to call me. That's it. No more keys are going out. I'm done with the key fighting.
Thank Brian for donating them.
Yes,
Oh,
Brian
yeah,
Cobo
Brian
donated
Cobo
them
donated,
locks.
yeah, he donated them.
We
yeah.
went down there and did the locks.
Yeah, yes. He also wanted to work on the batting cage, and he has light bulbs.
Speaking of batting
Put it down
cages,
there also.
the Baseball Association said that they are getting bids currently to have those batting cages redone.
Correct.
Have them put that in their contract that they will be doing that.
And the dugouts, they're taking care of the dugouts?
The one that we wanted to do was the pony
Ponies.
league. And because they're only using it as practice, we figured, you know, we can kind of play with that a little bit. Maybe find somebody to help.
Is it leaking or
that'd be
anything?
They're not leaking, they just
They're just
don't look
ugly.
good. They're ugly. They need painted and they need new roofs on them.
Yeah.
But I guess I have to hold that conversation for
I got
new business.
I got a crew who can do that.
Yeah, yeah.
My
Hey,
grandkids.
Good, bring them down.
I am
Okay.
warning you.
Okay.
Okay, so I would think that and street lights. I did street lights, 5 of them were out, they're all fixed but one.
So, as of right now, as far as baseball goes, they are going to have a total of what, 10 or 11 teams? So there's two different kind of directors. You got one guy that's kind of
10 teams.
They're split in half, so this guy's got 5 groups and this guy has 5 groups. There are no travel ball teams coming down.
No.
There's no softball teams coming down. They are not renting the fields out. The fields are booked up for
We have 2
the
tournaments.
entire time. There are 2 tournaments that are gonna go on. They are aware that they are not allowed to park on the road. They're gonna put that in their flyer, so everybody knows. If there are people parked on the street and somebody deems necessary to ticket them, they said go for it. They said if that's what it takes for these people to learn, ticket them. So
I don't think it's gonna work.
that's where we're at on that.
Okay.
Great
So
job,
I
Janet.
think I'm done.
Okay.
Another hour.
Okay, so I'm up with ordinances. You said you didn't wanna just do one ordinance at a time, so we got a couple other things that we wanna,
In relation to what, Bob? What do you?
and changing the ordinances, you didn't wanna just do one ordinance at a time.
Oh, right, we're gonna do that, yeah.
yeah.
That's gonna take me a while to get through all that.
Okay, so we've got a few things to talk about, and Tina's been doing all the legwork on all this stuff, because I just haven't had this. She's just a lot better at this kind of stuff.
That one right there, that 2 point whatever, so that
Well,
way you
you
can
wanna-
add, no, you
Okay,
can.
give it
It's- And then here's your yard sale thing,
Okay, now we were talking about these yard sales.
okay?
The guy,
In the public nuisance, 2.1.
the guy that likes to have a yard sale every day up the street here,
Oh, Mr. Bailey?
yeah.
I remember.
I think we need to have an ordinance, change the ordinance. Do we even have an ordinance?
No,
Okay, we don't have any
You have
ordinance.
nothing addressing yard sales.
no.
So
I didn't
we
see
were
anything.
looking, she looked at some through Allegheny County and other different places. I think we need to say no more than one yard sale per residence per month. A lot of, now my place down in Palm Coast, they only allow you to do it twice a year.
A lot of places like even whether it's Pittsburgh or over in Patterson, they make you get a permit. Like you have to pay like $5 or $10 to get that permit just to have that yard sale.
Yeah, well, that's
So-
pretty common actually. I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't do yard sales, so.
Well, hopefully we can start
But I mean,
something. that's
even if
more-
you know, if you let them do it for free, or you can maybe make $10
we
off.
can make them get a license, but I don't think that's necessary.
No, I think that's
but-
good, one.
Maybe get a permit, a free permit, but then somebody's gotta deal with that, so I don't think we wanna do that either.
Well, when it comes to permits, you almost have to charge a little something just
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
cover the.
Paperwork.
I think we just put this ordinance through, and then if anybody, whenever this guy starts again, every day, we just stop and tell them, look, you're in violation of our ordinance. You're only allowed to have one per month.
And then would that be considered a weekend or one day?
No, like a
Or-
weekend.
One weekend, that would be, usually it's Friday and Saturday.
Tina,
I found that.
the
like,
ordinances you look at,
I
say which
found
day
that-
of the week.
Sweet lady though.
He can pass that down to you.
Here.
I found that in
One
the,
weekend would
Send
be
it
good.
down.
I just found that in the Pittsburgh, or I think that was the Pittsburgh.
I think we got a lot of local ones that have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know, I just.
I'm not
His
sure.
problem is,
looking for
when
something.
it's over, he never puts anything away. You know that.
Oh, yeah, he
That's a
sits
dangerous spot.
outside.
Yeah, he puts it out and it's just out there forever.
What is all?
And then he
is
sits
all the same
outside.
thing?
That's all one ordinance, but that's where, that I would think yard sale would be a nuisance, public nuisance for maintenance of the borough property. That's what I would think.
So this goes with that?
No, that, where it's red is where it needs to be added in there that talks about like recreational vehicles or, you know.
Oh, cars,
About,
this is the car
about
one.
how, like the camper issue. You know, the guy was getting a little grumpy, he was like, well, it's not a motorized vehicle, you know, so, but
Well, if
it's
it would've
still a
slid over the
recreational
hill into the
vehicle.
guy's garage, it would've been.
Yeah, so if you add that, then nobody can say,
So this just needs to be added on this one,
I would
that's all
think
this is.
so, I would think so.
So this is, she put some red on there, you can see that just needs added. And then
And then, I guess the car thing, the junk car thing.
we can't tow cars. We can fine them, but half the time, you're probably not gonna get the fines out of them. I think they need to be towed, because they're junk.
I agree.
So,
So I found this little thing, a little snippet, you know, of how to like maybe or I'm sure he could word it a whole lot better to say, hey, if you don't get your vehicle up to registration and in compliance, then you got so many days, then it'll get towed. But, you know, that's how Beaver Falls works. Beaver Falls they'll send you a tag on your door, and then they'll turn around and mail one to you, and then after a few days, they just come and they tag it. And then
See,
within
they're a
few days-
city though.
Right, but, you know, so, I mean, but the same thing. So you venture, do you go to court and try to get $100 a day out of people, or the junk car ordinance is $300 a day for every day that they're not in compliance?
Those two cars that were down on West Fifth for I don't know how many years, they actually used them as storage.
Yeah.
Like a storage unit, it was a car.
I mean, I guess you gotta decide, do you want to go to court, or do you want to just get it done with, you know? And if you wanna get it done with and get the car gone, now, the way that they work down there is they call OP, they call the police, they organize, they go, you know, to go handle the movement of the vehicle. Then they have 30 days to pay down there at Myers to get their vehicle back, or it's just donated to Myers. That's how they do it.
the guy on High Street has two old Corvettes beyond repair, it looks like. And another car, an HHR sitting there that hasn't been inspected in 3 years, it just sits there.
One is from 18 and the other two are from 2000.
5 years.
The last time that they were 2000.
So, I've knocked on the
24
guy's
years
door probably 3 times. We put a note on the guy's door, we tried calling him, we sent him a letter.
Certified letters, yeah.
Then we put toe tags on his car, which we were getting confused with
Yeah.
Beaver
yeah.
Falls's
Yeah.
thing where you can tow them. So he has not responded at all. So I don't care if, you know, at this point, what do you do? And he's got a tree that's cut up, an old pine tree, cut up, laying in the side yard that's been laying there for a couple years, and weeds all grown up through everything.
That's the house right in the corner.
Yeah, the guy's just not doing it. It's a mess.
It'd be one thing if he reached out, but
Yeah, he won't
made
even return a
0
phone call or
attempt.
anything.
Nothing.
So at this point, I think we need to change it so it says, we can tow the cars.
Yeah.
Make it look like Beaver Falls ordinance.
I don't like it. I wanna go home.
What would you consider junk?
Anything
Well,
that's
the
not
thing-
inspected or registered, that's sitting in a yard not moving.
It needs to be in an enclosed
I
facility.
just wonder how
I mean,
far you consider, you know,
if it's
something junk.
if it's unregistered and unlicensed, it's
Yeah.
it needs
Minus,
to, it's gotta go, or it needs to go inside an enclosed structure like a garage.
That's what the ordinance says, that it has to be inside a
not
Closed
covered up
structure.
with a tarp, not covered up with blankets or leaves.
So
It
if
has to
someone
get,
has
you
it
know,
in their yard on a trailer,
That's
it's not
illegal.
registered or nothing.
That's
It's
not
it's
part of
against
our.
code.
Yeah,
It's a violation.
So
it
what
turns into
about,
junk.
What about
It makes it
trailers?
look like junk.
trailers are gonna be another part,
No, I meant the little, you know, the
Yeah.
black trailer.
yeah.
They still have to
That
be
you guys all.
As long as it's registered, but you'd never know if it was registered or not.
I think trailers are different, wouldn't trailers be different? Just tote,
No, mine's gonna
You
be.
know the
a
black
sticker.
ones?
Mine,
That have-
Because it's a
Like
brake.
more on-
Yeah.
Anything with the brakes.
So-
Car dolly
But a
doesn't
lot
have to
of
be
people don't
inspected.
do all of them.
Car dolly.
No, I got emergency brakes on mine, so.
Yeah.
So they all have
Well,
to
let
be
me-
registered.
So that would be a recreational or some type of vehicle to be included in that, you know? Cause
Yes.
it's not in there.
What do you
It just
think,
says-
Joe?
Well, let me work on this, I mean, and,
Good luck.
I'm gonna give the stop sign thing priority over this, though.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, really.
And I think the yard sales too, because they're gonna be starting up, and this guy,
Yes.
he has a pile of bicycles, lawnmowers,
Chairs,
Vacuum
tables.
cleaners.
vacuum cleaners, all this stuff out in his front yard
The
from,
37th Street Trading Post.
yeah, it's all year long.
It starts coming in kind of a safety issue too.
Yeah, it is a safety issue, it's right on the fence, right on
Once the
the,
weather gets nice, it'll be right back.
Wayman call always does hurt too about a fire hall.
You got
Really
me.
changes.
okay. Tina, is there anything else?
All the time.
I don't think so at this moment.
Okay,
She has one every
Once
weekend.
a month.
so that takes care of my ordinances and, okay, so,
Unless you wanna talk about the guy down at the bottom of the hill,
Were we?
trying to buy the building.
oh,
Joe's gonna bring that up.
yeah,
okay.
yeah, okay.
Then-
All right, Mayor,
I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't have anything under old.
Yeah,
okay,
I have new.
we're gonna have some more resignations.
Yes. I do have, as you and Tina just said, does everybody remember that,
Mr. Saravolo,
I couldn't remember the name, it's down on, what street is that?
West Second.
West
West
Second.
Second Street. They wanna put that athletic facility in, and the long and short of it is, the way they designed it, the people buying it and that will develop it, of course, understandably, are trying to keep their costs down. And they wanted to do it without the necessity of installing a sprinkler system.
Yes.
Okay. And for lack of a better way to put it, probably between Bob and I, we went from us to the engineer. The engineer said, no, that's not us. Should go to Coach Sis, does your
Code says,
Coach Sis. And I'm not sure, did Coach Sis ever really say anything to you about it, Bob?
no, I never talked to Code says.
You never talked to Coach Sis, okay. In the meantime, I think these guys, again, the guys that are trying to purchase it and develop it are under some time constraints in terms of their loans and whatnot to get the thing going. They hired an attorney, a guy named Joe Ascar, and I know the guy.
He
And
used to work for us too. at one-
you did?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah, many years ago.
Oh, okay. So maybe some of you guys know, maybe you don't, I don't know, okay. But Ascar, did a draft of a proposal, a memorandum of understanding that he's asking us to sign between us and the developer who's called Elite Athletic Training LLC, where they want to, we would agree to give our blessing to the development of this facility, convert it from a warehouse into a sports training facility. And the responsibilities of conversion shall be their responsibility, have to abide by all municipal zoning and safety rules. They agreed to install up to 6 exit doors. Now, this is the one thing, and I talked to Ascar a little bit about this. I think this is what, you gave out copies of this, right, Pat?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Ascar sent this to me, and he's saying, you know, we've got these exit doors now here, although up to 6 exits, I don't see 6 exits, I see
4.
4. Yeah, I just noticed that. Install any other fire protection, fire extinguishers. It's a list of things they'll do, and important to me, it also says that they agree, that developer has to indemnify us if there's ever any claims against for any kind of personal injury or whatnot. Bob and I talked about this briefly on the phone, and, you know, I know they're under the gun and everything, but I would say here, we need to discuss this, okay? If it's an alternative, here's my opinion. If it's an alternative that Code says is not in violation of the building code that you hire them to enforce, then what's the problem, okay?
Right.
But I wanna make sure though, you know, at one point, and again, in talking to him, he did say, Askar said, maybe some of you guys are familiar with this, the structure will be smaller but no different than the soccer facility in Economy Borough, Tri-County Soccer Facility. You know where that is? You guys ever been in that? I've been in it, not for a long time, but I was in it years ago.
Yeah.
My kid was in high school. Green Tree Sports Bubble, Robert Morris Indoor Golf Bubble, and Pat Cuttrell's Indoor Baseball Facility in Newcastle. The only one I'm personally familiar with is Tri-County Soccer. I don't know if you guys have been in any of the other ones, okay. And he's saying that we ultimately have jurisdiction over this to approve this, and I agree with him, but I don't want to just jump into it. I want to make sure Code Sys gives the blessing to it. So, but I mean, what do you guys think? I mean,
I would agree with that.
I think that I can give them an occupancy permit for the way it sits. That's what they need for me to buy the building, I guess, but the only problem after that is if they do have to do something through Code Sys, I don't know that, I think it's coming down to getting their licensing and everything, because they're gonna need insurance and licensing or whatever
we
they
don't deal with
need.
that, yeah.
But that's gonna be, they're gonna have to deal with, they may have to deal with Code Sys to do that, and then.
Well, here's what I want to do. Well, here's what I'm suggesting we do. That's what I think we should do. Is that we can improve it in principle contingent upon getting it to Code Sys for their review, comment, and approval. And I know if Joe Askar's here right now, in fact, he said he was willing to come to the meeting, but I said, you don't have to come to the meeting because there's really nothing he can tell us that we don't already know, okay? He sent me a whole thing with a nice glossy sort of advertisement for what the place will look like. I'm sure it's a good idea, you know what I mean? I think it'd be a nice facility, and it'd be a nice thing to have in the borough. We just gotta make sure it's done correctly, okay?
Right.
So I was gonna suggest that if you give me the okay, I will contact Code Sys. Pat, you can probably give me their contact information. Or maybe Bob.
I have it.
Okay, you can email it to me like tomorrow, and,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
He's looking at Tina, that's why I'm asking. Okay, I'll contact them about this, okay? If that's, I would want to vote on that, motion on that, so I know I have authority to do that.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay. All right, so we got that done, and I got one other thing, Bob.
Okay.
That just came in. Everybody here, I know we got some new folks on council, are familiar, I assume, I know you came to a lot of the meetings, so I'm assuming you're probably familiar, we had this litigation going on with the city of Bear Falls over the sale of the wastewater treatment plant.
Correct.
And it was us, White Township, Patterson Heights.
Yeah.
That underlying litigation has been settled for months. In fact, that's what Bob was talking about that money, any idea when it's gonna come, because that will be a burst of some cash coming into the borough. At the same time, this company, Aqua, that ultimately will be your wastewater provider, and who you pay your bill to, had to get approval for this from PUC, Public Utilities Commission, because it is, you may not think of it as a utility like Duquesne Light or Penn Power, but it is a utility.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and you had to get approval from them. That approval, it's almost done. In fact, Bob, remember you signed off last month on the last thing and so did everybody else. In the meantime, just to complicate everybody's life, the PUC, and I think I got enough here, and again, I'm sorry I didn't send this to you ahead of time. You can just grab one of them and pass the rest down. And once it's passed out, I'll tell you what it's all about.
I think I have this already.
Yeah, this is something else that's coming around.
That's what we just talked about.
That's what we just talked
Yeah.
about.
I think there was sprinklers in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that used to be the south.
Yeah.
And,
Well, let me finish this. Okay.
oh, I got,
Okay. So what they're doing, the PUC is drafting some new rules to govern future sales of utilities like this. And you would think, common sense would tell you, that would apply as of a certain date down the road. But they are not sure yet. They may want to apply it to even something that's pending.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, that's what I said, okay. And so this is an email, you'll see in there, Scott Duffy, he is an attorney for, one of the attorneys for Aqua. And he sent this to me, I represent Eastville too, we're here in Eastville too. But he'll say, he called me, then he sent this to me, 4 revisions. Now, actually, I think they're good revisions, but they're too late for our proceeding, okay? This would have been great 2 years ago.
Yeah.
When all this started. Well, what did I say is good about it? Number one, bolster public notice requirements by requiring public meetings prior to the signing of an asset purchase agreement. There's nothing, think about this. You want to change your zoning ordinance even a little bit, you have to have a public meeting, advertise, have a public hearing. But cities, towns and municipalities, just like Beaver Falls or anybody, it's not just Beaver Falls obviously, can sell their water treatment or even their water supply facilities to a private entity without any prior public hearings, okay? This would change that. Again, I think it would have been a darn good idea 2 years ago.
Yeah.
For West Mayfield.
Because they did this wwithout having any public meetings. Yeah.
And the second one too, Pat, require rate impact notices be included with the
Yeah.
initial filing. Because that's one of the things we've been going back and forth is, we settled the case as far as Beaver Falls, when they finally close on this deal, when they finally close on a house, they're gonna get X number of dollars, Y number of dollars are gonna be given to the other communities. All that's been resolved for many, many months. That was resolved, I remember it was still warm out, it was last summer, I think, okay? But it's this PUC thing that's been going along, and you have paid money.
Oh, yeah.
A lot, because even
time
though myself and the other attorneys with the litigation with the city was done on a contingent basis, people that are familiar with appearing before the PUC are far and few between. We found one, a firm, and the rates weren't too bad, but there was a lot of work involved in Harrisburg. And you may remember, you paid authorized bills from time to time over that. That was all, we were challenging this. And then what finally happened because of the settlement, what you signed last month was saying, okay, we're fine with this the way it is. We're withdrawing our objection to this deal, our objection that we filed with PUC. And I actually thought, okay, God bless, we're all done with this damn thing. Okay, excuse me. Okay. And then this came up, and Duffy, this attorney Duffy, said, would you be willing to, and I looked at it, it's pretty innocuous, it's pretty bland. He goes, I'm not trying to tell you what to say, Joe. He goes, but in the second page, he wants me to send correspondence to the PUC saying basically, please leave this transaction alone because, and we are literally, we can see the light at the end of the tunnel, whatever euphemism you want to use.
Yeah.
We're almost there. So, but I need I think we should do this, but again, I need your blessing, your authority to do it.
We definitely need to do that.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to be gained by
That's what I
not
was
doing
gonna
it.
ask, what's to be gained?
Yeah, very good question, Jake. There's nothing to be gained, and at least they know. And I haven't talked to the other 3 lawyers. I'm assuming they're following similar paths as I'm asking you to do. But again, I don't think there's anything to be gained by not doing it. Okay.
And there's nothing to lose.
No. So I'm asking if Buddy would make a motion.
Make the motion.
Okay, you're gonna contact PUC and ask them to,
I'll give our comments, I'll do it and I'll send you a copy of it.
Okay.
Saying that we don't want these new regulations, which aren't even in effect yet, and it could really delay things too for us, okay? That we're gonna ask them to please not let it affect our pending transaction.
Sounds good.
Okay, I made a motion.
Second.
All in
Jason.
favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you.
Thank you. Now you think whenever they do all these payouts, they're gonna raise all our rates to get their money back?
Probably.
That's how it works.
Well, Bob, that was part of the whole, what was taking so damn long is we were negotiating with them and trying to put a break on how those rates, percentages that can go up year after year and that sort of thing. Can I ask one other question?
yes.
If, and actually, maybe I should just call his dad. Do we have any pending corrective action plans with DEP for any storage or anything else like that? Is there any problems?
I don't think so, not
Okay.
anymore.
Not anymore, I didn't think so. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah,
He's been doing his reports.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, Bob, that's all I have.
Okay,
Under old business.
new business. Streets, Jake.
Okay.
Already went over it.
We already went over.
Yeah, we went over
Do
the
you have
possible
anything else?
loan. I'm gonna look into that fire extinguishers. I don't know if I can mention anything about that, cause it's not on.
Well, I think we
You did that.
added it.
Yeah, we did that
We
too,
added it at
didn't
the
we?
beginning.
Yeah, at the beginning.
So you're just saying we need to get them recharged?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. Who do I contact for that, Lou?
First.
I got the guy's name and number.
It's on the ticket on the
Yeah,
fire.
Do you wanna call them, Brad? Perfect. That's it.
All
Fire
right,
safety.
Yeah.
This was 2022.
Lou, anything new?
Under new, I
Car
seen
cruise.
Janet about, when we're
Car
gonna do
cruise.
our car cruise.
Got
And,
it.
Since we're working with these other fire departments too, I would like to bring back our Battle with the Borough.
I would love
down,
that.
Down the fire, down the park.
Down at the park?
Yeah, we have the stuff, just about everything to redo everything. But there's a lot involved that I have to get into, but I think that would really be nice for the community.
Yeah.
We could set our big rehab tent up and
I think that's.
How
need
muddy
to do
does that
something like
get when
that.
you
Yeah,
do that?
that's
I was
cool.
just gonna say, as long as you don't do any damage.
no,
down
you're
there.
running hoses. You don't bring the trucks on.
Yeah, but you're getting everything wet, as long as you're not
Yeah.
running
No, it's gonna
anything
get
after
wet.
it's all
We'll
wet.
make sure we don't wet you, Bob.
No, the water, I mean, yeah, we just don't
No, I
wanna,
understand what you're saying.
we don't
yeah.
wanna
Yeah.
I'd
put
have
ruts
to
in the,
check on that because like
It's
I said,
fine, Lou.
we
You can
haven't
do it.
did that in
Just
my
let me
course
know.
30 years, but the community, they really loved
Do it
it.
while we're
Oh, I love that. I
Yeah,
thought it was
I
really
like that.
cool.
what's that?
Do it while we're having a drought.
Yeah,
Yeah, let the
Yeah,
kids
that
play
right.
under it while you do it.
Are we gonna have, a duck tank?
Well, we can have a tank there,
That'd be cool.
Good deal.
but anyways,
yeah, have a little mini festival type.
Just
thing.
let me know
Set
when.
some stuff up.
well, first I.
When are
gotta
you guys
see
having the
Car cruise.
carnival?
the carnival?
Yeah.
So, you can't afford it.
I knew that.
Well, the car cruise is on
40,000
Wednesday.
just for a little.
August 10 is
For what?
August
First
10
one
had
was
early this year.
40,000.
Wow.
Oh, I heard something at the last fireman's carnival that we were having a carnival this year.
While we checked in on it,
Okay.
we were gonna have a carnival.
I don't know. So,
But you
maybe
know what?
Like
Now,
40,000 or
It's
something.
40.
now that I have
40,000
these
for
other,
Yeah.
the Heights
$40,000.
definitely wanna do
I
everything
heard
with
that
us.
the
And
I know, I
Well,
tried.
that's
They
good
would
because
help
they have a
us
lot of
in-
money.
Norfolk
Yeah,
Southern
but-
was paying for these
Well,
carnivals.
They
you
might
also
help
have
us
to
out.
contact the.
Well, I know they
Yeah,
would.
I mean,
They
they
would
have,
help us
Nobody
out
did.
with the
No, I
carnival.
tried.
they
But
have
then
so
we
many
would
more
have to
citizens.
This is
split the
before I
money
went back from.
profit
Yeah.
with them. But it would be
Yeah.
our
I
fire
don't know
department, their
that
fire
it's
You gotta go
profitable enough
6 months
to,
before here.
I
for what
don't
you have
know,
to
Bob.
put out. That's why everybody quit doing it.
Yeah.
Patterson used to have a really nice carnival.
Yeah, they did.
But the prices just got out of hand and if
Yeah.
Patterson couldn't afford it anymore, there's no way you.
Maybe
little
try
guys
it next
can.
year with
Yeah.
everybody together. That'd be cool.
I mean, you don't have to have a carnival, you could still set up something somewhere, have a little,
Festival.
Well,
yeah, like a little mini festival.
I have a lot of ideas, and like I say, now that I have a lot of help.
You've got my number.
Thanks, baby, I know.
Okay,
Yeah, here you go.
That's it, Bob, thank you.
okay.
Awesome.
Moving on.
Buildings and grounds, Jay.
Garage door openers. Yep, we're already good.
We're already good with
Alright,
that.
great.
Sewers and sanitation under new.
Just we had a storm drain down on West Forest by Corner Tent, across from Corner Tavern. I went down to help clean it out and contacted Brian to go clean that up. And the last part was already mentioned during the citizens' comments. 315,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Ordinance.
So you skipped me again.
He's smoking.
Alright, we'll skip him.
I think he had nothing.
Yes, no.
At least I think I'm gonna fall asleep anyways back in. Finance and litigation.
I'm trying to find grants. I gave Jan a couple for the parks and recreation stuff. I sent a couple to
Yeah,
my father,
yeah.
because I couldn't find Jake's email, it wasn't working, for the roads. So I found a couple grants for those.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
For roads?
Yes. So I sent it over to him and a couple MS4 for MS4.
Oh, good.
Good grants.
What are the grants?
Would you like to look at them, Jake?
Yeah.
He's got a bunch. She's got a bunch right now.
Don't steal any.
When are these gonna be turned in?
Well, gee, I don't know, I just got them.
I figured you'd had it memorized.
Some of them that are
No, I did
open
not
for a long
memorize
time.
them.
Some of them that I'm trying to stay away from are the ones that say you have to match whatever you're asking for.
And these are non-matching ones?
The ones that I'm going for are the non-matching.
Okay.
You're awesome, Jason.
Good.
Thank you, Jason.
That's it.
Anything else? Alright, moving right along. Jeff.
That really
Parks,
needs to
Janet.
change. Alright, well, I'm going to, I want new playground equipment, but I know we can't do it until we make money, which we don't have.
Yep.
But I would like to put in the doggy stations.
Yeah,
I
To
would.
clean your poop
you
out.
want me to,
Well, can we make an ordinance against that too? Like if
I
you're
mean-
caught without.
What is the ordinance for?
How are you gonna catch them?
I didn't see anything, all my
What, your
stuff for
dog's
pets.
not allowed to poop at the park?
Just
No,
clean
you
it
have
up.
to clean up
Clean it
after
up.
that.
I have neighbors that have, I mean,
Here you
I
go,
have
look.
a novel
What I
that
saw
was
for
sent to
pets
me
was you can't have
about all the people that's letting their dogs
numerous
poop.
cats.
Oh, you cut those in grab bags.
Right
Look at
now,
our hydrant, Jake.
Some are
I
plastic,
know.
some are metal.
I know.
what's wrong with the cost?
I know who it is.
You might be able to get it cheaper.
Wow, we got a bunch of cameras that's going up. We just got a bunch of
And
them,
if you
12
want
of
to,
them.
Jim.
The ordinance for the
Well,
pets is
gotcha.
just,
This
you
is
can't
just an
have
example.
too
Who's
many
this guy?
animals.
Doesn't mean we have to
they can't
go
be
with
These are
running
cheap
wild,
actually
that
too.
kind of thing. There's,
Yeah,
in
they're
the pet
affordable.
section, there's nothing that says
Well,
that
you know,
you
we
need
get
to
like
clean up after your
6,000
animal.
bags and here, Lisa.
So that might be something that we need to add to.
Nisha,
So I would have to say that's like
Another
the
one.
one really
Oh,
big
okay.
thing.
Don't need it.
Thank you, because they do a lot.
All Louis
of
needs
that,
it
too.
for his old eyes.
They do a lot.
Hey, I need it.
They got doggy stations there.
Yeah, I know, but
I'll ask them, they might know something
Do I have anything
on
else to
their
say?
ordinance there.
it's all about
Do you
Google.
have anything else to
So
say?
all the ordinance.
Jake?
$900.
Dogs, well, we should-
$900.
That should be that also, you
That's a
shouldn't
good
have to
deal.
have them all.
Yeah, I know, but it's just, it's
But
like,
our ordinance doesn't say
I haven't
anything
searched
about
enough.
that, about
No,
the
that's
leach,
a good
you
deal.
know?
I guess
I didn't wanna go
different
with
than us
plastic.
getting the sewers.
Yeah.
Stay in yards.
because I think if they destroy anything, they destroy the
Oh,
plastic.
yeah.
Was this metal?
Those are
Yeah,
metal.
those are metal.
Yeah.
It's like my dog says, it's like-
How many do you think we wanna do?
Animals.
3, 4?
4, I wanna do
Free
4.
Say at
a
least
towel
four.
for one day,
Did you
and I've had
see it?
Say with people, it's
I know.
great for the one day.
So it's $899 for each one?
No.
No, for that
For all
whole,
of them.
Oh, okay.
that whole.
Oh, so that whole package?
Yeah, you
That's
get
what it is.
6,000 bags, you get
You're
everything.
absolutely
Got
right.
it.
So the
That is a
people
good
that
deal.
Yeah.
come down to the park
Yeah,
with their dog without carrying a bag,
Yes, Bob.
do you think that they're actually, if they don't care where their dog goes and clean up after, do you think that this is gonna make them clean
It
up
gives
after
them
their
the
dog?
ability
It gives
to.
them
Or are
do
they
it.
still gonna be ignorant about it?
Well, gee, I don't know, we're gonna have to just see.
It gives them the ability to say, hey, look, We're supplying you with the
Hope for the
stuff,
best.
please take care of it.
Yeah, well.
They got
somebody
crews
needs to
going
police
over where I work at, that's all
No,
they
we've
do.
tried to. My
No, I
neighbor,
know.
I watch him. I watch him let his dog take these gigantic loads in front of 7 mailboxes. And we're like, dude, are you gonna clean that up? It'll eventually evaporate.
What? Take your shovel, take it to its front porch.
You really said that?
Wow.
They don't care. He does not care.
That's okay, just sometime when you're outside.
Yeah, should we just get cases of poop
I did that to my
and
other
walk
neighbor.
around and poof
There you
everybody?
go, you get poop in his dog.
You're not gonna supply the bags, right?
Okay, we
Yeah.
need a motion on these
No, I
dog
think County
stations.
Brady's run.
I make a
You're
motion.
not gonna supply it.
We got a
Okay,
second?
let's move on.
Well, we gotta do, what do you wanna do about this?
Who's moving to purchase the doggy stations? Do we have a second?
I made the motion.
Lou made the motion.
Okay.
Jake seconds it.
All.
Aye.
We go down to Brady's run.
Aye, okay.
Okay, opposed? Okay,
Okay, and that's $899 for 4 stations and you get 6,000 bags, so I think that's a pretty good deal.
I got you,
There you go,
Janet.
Jim.
All right, Jan.
Plus you need some.
Thanks. I'll
That
Sorry
it?
you can't
What
get
else
the
you got?
playground equipment this year.
What else do I got? Yeah, that's it, cause, you won't let me get playground equipment.
don't look at me.
Well, I'm just saying.
Well,
I
next
mean-
winter, Brian will build us some more. He did a
Yeah.
great job. That swing set down there is awesome. That tire swing,
Look at those
kids
grants.
love that.
Those grants have playground equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Represent.
maybe we'll get something with the grants. That would be
Oh,
good.
and I talked to,
I'm not done yet.
what else you got, Janet?
Well, we're gonna try to get a flea market in down there, starting in May.
Like West Mayfield days.
Yeah. Well, no, not a flea market, excuse me. The food thing. What is it called?
Food truck,
Food trucks?
No, not a food truck.
beer truck.
Community day.
Who said that?
Farmer's market.
Your truck, huh?
Farmer's market.
Oh, shit.
That'll be in May.
That'd be awesome.
It'll run from like May to November. Like
Oh,
one day,
wow.
Fresh produces and all that.
one day a week.
Wow,
Who
that'd
are
be
you gonna
great.
get to do that?
A lot of people
Great.
do that.
A bunch of farmers, Bob.
Well, if they have,
So like
If you grow stuff and you wanna bring it down and set up a table, we will sell your stuff.
No, you won't.
I'm just saying.
then you can get in with that, probably get in touch with the courthouse or something. Who does that? Somebody gives out coupons for
It's
that.
the courthouse. It
Yeah.
is the courthouse.
So then-
Yes.
So you'd be in conjunction with all
Where
the
are
other
we
ones?
going to
Yes.
put it and when are we going to put it? What days?
No, I didn't pick the day.
Well, you're gonna have to be careful because of baseball.
I know.
That
But
Beaver
I figured
Falls
we'd
was
use the
theirs.
Pony League
They're
parking
the
lot.
same days
We're not having a pony
That's a
team.
good place for
And
it.
that's
So
only
you have,
practice.
you have it in Beaver Falls on what, Monday?
Right.
Chippewas, what day?
Back in Tuesday.
Tuesday, I think.
Beaver is what day?
Saturday.
Saturday.
So.
You got Wednesday, Thursday, and
New
Friday.
Brighton is,
I forget
I
what
think,
you-
Wednesday.
Dude, if we did it on a Friday, that'd be good because I love getting corn on the cob and then making it on Saturday.
Well, I will do that for you, Jay. I
Yeah,
will
you have to
find a
look at
it at Jake's
farmer that
house.
grows corn.
Because you
and
can't
then
do it on
sells
Monday where they're somewhere else.
I understand.
Friday,
Okay.
Rogers,
I understand.
aren't a lot of
Yeah.
farmers out there at Rogers?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Roger,
but they're
Friday.
there in the
Well,
morning.
Not
That's
all of
okay.
them.
You know,
Clear it out, Jim.
I mean,
Yeah.
You find this, you got local guys.
Contact them and say, hey, what
I
day
mean,
would
if
you guys?
wanna
Yeah,
come,
just see
come.
what
If you wanna
days-
go to Rogers, go to Rogers.
Yeah, check with them, make sure,
Thursday works.
What days can you guys come out here?
I'll
and do
figure
this?
it out.
yeah, you will.
I promise
Yeah,
I
just
will.
gotta deal with it through the courthouse.
You'll be good.
I'll figure it out. But yes, I do wanna have a flea market down there also.
A lot of people go to that.
Yeah.
Like a random day, not like all the time.
Oh, God.
One day
No,
One day a week.
per month,
yeah.
per residence.
so are you charging for this? Like,
Like a table,
Like a-
probably like a
charge you
table.
for a table?
Yeah.
Which is good, that way you can make some money.
Exactly.
But you're gonna have to advertise
Leave
it,
the money.
but you'll have to advertise it too.
Oh,
That'd be something
MG,
to
Bob,
know.
it'll be
That
fine.
could go on the sign.
There you
It's gonna be
go.
fine.
Put it online,
Right
put it
over
on
there.
Facebook.
We have Kevin, I have Kevin.
Kevin,
Kevin.
You got,
Kevin's best advertiser we got.
Yeah.
and we got the fire department sign.
Okay, I'm done, thank you.
Or
Have a nice
second best
day.
average.
All right, well, I'm not done with you yet.
Oh,
I just
Lord.
talked to Vern Krebs yesterday. He said as soon as it's warm enough for a couple days in a row, he's gonna come down
Yeah.
and reseal the court and get it all painted up for us, so we'll have our
Pickleball
pickleball
heaven.
courts going.
Yeah, because people have been asking about it.
It's coming.
We're never gonna have
Just giving you
pickleball tournaments.
Just giving you an update on that. Okay.
President.
I
Me,
hope not.
zoning code enforcement.
Alright, you're retiring.
I kind of like to retire from that because I'm not here as much as I should be. And Tina's been she's been doing all the legwork anyway. She does all the computer work and everything.
She does.
I would like to turn that over to her, but I'll still help her. But I just want her to be in charge of it.
Well, she has to get certified.
Right.
Many.
She'll have to go do what I did. That's what I would like to do.
Okay.
We gotta vote on that.
Would Tina like to do that?
Yeah, should we,
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, I mean,
Pat, do I
you
need
go away
do I need a
too.
motion for, I
Not
probably need
very
a motion for that, no?
I don't think so.
No.
Cause she's gonna be the one in charge then, you'll be writing checks to her,
Okay.
okay? And it's still gonna stay the same, except when I'm not here, I'd rather her just be.
He can't be the zoning anyway.
Well, I understand that.
Yeah, cause I'm on council.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy he's not going to be. So anyways,
If I had a junk car in the neighborhood, I would be really, really worried.
Yeah,
right
cause
now.
she's tougher than me.
well, sometimes you just need.
But
a
we don't
woman.
have to post that,
You
right?
just need a woman, a good
You don't have
woman
to
to
post
get
that
the
in
job
the
done.
paper?
No.
We just pick, okay.
Get certified, Tina.
I just wanna make sure.
That's all I care about,
Yep.
is that you have all
Okay, so
the
that's,
Trying to put Tina on the
license or
news.
whatever you need.
No, I just wanna make sure.
that's all I
it's-
got under
No, I was
new.
talking to him.
Mayor,
Yes,
new.
I won't be long.
Oh,
You
my.
didn't tell me
Got a
anything other
list.
new.
Yeah, it's here.
Okay,
Did,
okay.
New.
No, okay.
Nobody mentioned
Sorry.
anything about the
My bad.
Easter egg hunts Saturday.
The
Well, the
Easter
mayor
egg
hasn't
hunt is
spoken yet.
Saturday. There,
There.
Would it be nice to
Yeah.
it starts at 11. Bunny's gonna be there from
No.
12 to 1 to
late,
get your
yeah.
picture taken.
Yeah,
11.
11 to 12. Well, that's
You
good.
weren't even at the egg meeting, so why are you yelling at
Okay,
me about it?
go ahead, Mayor.
Okay. All right, I had the pleasure to go to, Beaver Falls had a neighborhood watch, which I was invited, and it was a very nice meeting. I met the new DA of Beaver County was there.
Bible.
Channel 11 was there. Nate Bible, who talked about his different programs, what he's gonna do. Beaver Falls Police are at this meeting once a month, the last Monday of every month, which is every month, they do something, or they have a speaker. Same questions and answers you can, as citizens, can ask them is what Beaver Falls does. This past meeting, they talked about scams, and I got just a few copies, so I think it's smart, if anyone is interested in any copies of any scams going around, identity theft, imposters, healthcare scams, you hear about this every day on the news. Really, share them with your elderly neighbors. They're really good to know, all different kinds, right there. They even we're passing out identity.
Yeah, where's ours? We're elderly.
I know, okay. I'll pass them out when I'm done here.
Just email them to us, and,
Yeah. No,
I
she
mean, I'm
can't.
old.
No, I'm not emailing nothing.
Oh,
I got copies, you can read paper.
Can you put them up on the website?
Oh,
That's
you
good,
can put them on the
'cause
Okay,
website.
there you go, Kevin.
Okay, Kevin.
All right, that's good.
Also, they had the,
I really hate email, so that's good.
All right, moving on.
Come on, let's move.
okay. They had the children's identification.
Yes,
For
you gave me
babies.
one, yes.
I gave you one.
You did.
Okay. The next meeting is going to be the last Monday of the month of March. And they're taking, if you're interested, you can go. They're taking a bus trip to Ambridge. These meetings are only 1 hour long, but they're going to Ambridge to tour the 911 building. So it's really good information.
Yeah.
If you're interested in doing anything like this. They hold it at the Beaver County Christian Assembly. Is that the right one?
Beaver Falls Christian Assembly.
Okay. But they're gonna leave, they're taking a bus trip, so if you're interested, you have to sign up. And that's all I wanted to tell you. Our chief is always there, and one of his captains is with him. Great meeting. Then I attended one of their council meetings. I like that one. Did I almost hit you?
No, I was saying hi to this one.
Oh, okay. All right, that's all I had to report
Can
on.
we find out from them how to make our meetings last only an hour?
I thought when we changed the time to 6, that was gonna happen, Pat.
Our last meeting that you weren't here did go quicker.
Okay.
But I think we had so much more to discuss. I mean, Jake went into detail with the roads.
And
We're
then
going into
all
an
the stuff
executive
I'm just gonna
session.
start saying no.
Yeah, do we have to go into that executive session?
You know, one thing you
It's
got.
not on the agenda.
What?
It's not on the agenda, Bob. Oh, no, that was the,
Please. Yeah.
we can table that till next month.
Table until next month.
You know, can I make one, talking about speed meetings about, this is a very little thing, but I noticed you have an agenda, and you guys will always ask for a motion, second vote, to go to, like, to the public, or to go to old business. You don't need to do that if it's already on the agenda.
Okay.
You know, you don't need to take those little steps. Again, that's just a second, but you know, you don't need to do that.
Don't need to do what?
That'd save a lot of time.
Ask for a motion and vote on it to
If it's on.
move from each item on the agenda to the other. Because Bob, it's already on the agenda, you gotta cover that stuff, okay? You don't need, I mean, if somebody wouldn't make a motion, tough, you still as president, you're gonna have to go on to old business ordinances or whatever the heck it may be, whatever committee, because it's on your agenda. And the agenda has to be covered. So you don't need to do that for every little step of the way there. You can eliminate that.
Okay.
Just a thought.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else?
Me? No,
Yes.
I do
Okay.
not, sir.
You put none down, Joe, and look how much you talked.
This motion's tough to watch.
Okay, I need a motion to pay the bills.
I make the motion.
Second.
Oh, wait, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, do we not need all this now?
Yes.
It's on there.
Motion to pay the bills, ratify the bills, and adjourn.
So I don't need to make any more, okay?
Hold on.
We don't need to?
She went there.
But pay the bills, if it's on the next item on the agenda?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Pat, pay the bills.
This says consent agenda.
Pat, ratify the purchases.
I won't do that.
Okay.
Okay.
That scam call you had.
Any other business?
Pat, take care of any
I'll
other
tell
business.
And a motion to,
Does anybody else have
Any
anything they want to
any
motion
old
about?
business, any other,
Chief.
oh, the chief,
Brian gave
did you have anything? Brian, did you have anything else?
not print that out.
Okay.
Thanks, God.
Okay, sorry, Bob, I didn't.
No, that's okay.
This to you.
And I want you guys to think about something.
What's the
This door-to-door salesman stuff, we need to talk a little bit about, just more about that sometime. All these high-pressure salesmen, I think we need to talk about that some more.
Wait, is
What are
this
you
about
talking
me?
about?
No,
Yeah,
just
you're in trouble.
high-pressure salesmen coming around here getting permits to sell.
Okay.
We need to talk about that.
Call me or the chief if they're not on our
So we
list.
don't have to even move to adjourn?
Well, you have to do the returns.
Okay.
All right, somebody needs,
I make the motion.
I second it.